I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. As you see, today we are in the other account, Arabian Prophet. YouTube decided to give us a strike even before I go live. Amazing. But anyway, always remember that I will go in whatever channel. You know, I use two main channels, but there is many others just for in case. The important is we go live and we teach, and people share our videos everywhere, and people will follow. It doesn't really matter. If they think they can stop me, that is impossible. So today we have a gentleman. He is now here between you, and he called me actually. His daughter, she left Islam. I spoke to her, and his daughter, she said that her father, accusing me of lying to her, and he said he can prove it to her in a minute. So I spoke to them, and I spoke to him nicely. You know, I understand he is a person. He is born into this religion, and he is trying to get his daughter back to the cult of Islam. So he said to me, "You told my daughter that the word nikah or nukah mean the F word, not marriage. If you cannot prove it, you are a liar." And my daughter, she agreed with me that she will leave Islam. So sorry, she will leave Christianity, and she will come back to Islam because she left Islam based on a lie. Now the daughter, she is not really, she did not confirm what he said, that she will leave Christianity and become a Muslim again. But she wanted me, this is how I felt from her, to get her father busted. And I hope now he's listening, and his daughter is next to him, and maybe she is smiling. Now he said, how you can prove it to us? It's impossible. There is no way the Prophet, he will say such a thing. So my friend, I want you to watch with me on the screen the father of this lady. This is the word nikah in the Quran, as you see. It's all over in the Quran. The good thing is, this person, he he don't know Arabic, but he can read. You know, I think he's maybe originally from India or something like that. So this is the word nikah, and you can take it from any verse you want. I mean, chapter 2, verse 235, chapter 2, verse number 37, chapter 4, verse number 6, chapter whatever you want, you know. So let us copy the word nikah as it is from the screen. I'm taking a screenshot. So the one who do not speak Arabic, he just compare between the two words we will show in the screen. Look how fast I can prove to you that the word nikah mean intercourse, sex, does not mean marriage. Do you see how fast it is? The Prophet, he said, اصنعوا كل شيء إلا النكاح. The Prophet, he do everything except nikah. Okay, what does that mean? They are talking about when women, they have their menstruation. He said, do everything except sexual intercourse. And this is the Muslim translation. This is the Muslim translation. Do you see it? Okay. And this is the Arabic. So when Muhammad says, do everything except, do everything when women, they have menstruation. Do everything with your wives. Do all your wives. Do everything else apart from sexual intercourse. What is the word sexual intercourse translated from which word? Except nikah. So my friend, the one who just we spoke to, and your daughter, it is your turn now to leave Islam, because you said to me, I challenge you. There's no way the Prophet will teach such a teaching. And here we go. We took a screenshot for the word nikah. We are going to put them next to each other, so those who don't speak Arabic, they can read it. You see how easy it is? And this hadith is sahih, by the way. This is sahih Muslim. Even says reported by Muslim. So let us open the image, the screenshot which we took. My computer is acting weird. Okay. Let us zoom in. This is the word nikah here. And this is the word nikah here. Is it the same? It is the same. So do everything with your wife. She is your wife. You know, if Muhammad saying do everything except marriage, I mean, he is saying to her to send to the kiss them, touch them, play with them, fondle them, but he is saying don't marry them, because if the word nikah mean marriage, that's mean he is saying don't marry them. So have all kind of sexual relationship with them except marrying them. And as you see here, the same repeat again. Do everything except the nikah. It's in the black, you see it? And the reason for this hadith was the word nikah has two senses. You see, my friend, how the people, they use it in two ways. If it's mean marriage, it's mean marriage. You don't say, if the word nikah mean to get married, you don't say do everything except marriage. To do what? To do with your wife. So if Muhammad used it in his time as marriage, then he should not say the same word for sexual intercourse. Do you understand? Because either it's mean marriage or it mean intercourse. As simple as that. It cannot be both. So when you say the word mean two things, I have to say that Muslims these days are using it as word mean marriage. But as you see, the word, you know, do everything except a nikah. What nikah is? Sexual intercourse. And this is the Muslim translation. And as you see, this is Sahih Muslim. This is Sahih Hadith. The Muslim, they cannot say this is weak and, you know, this garbage always. They come to us. This is in Abu Dawood. And as you see here, this is Sahih. He says, read with me carefully. This is different hadith, says, جامعوهن في البيوت واصنعوا كل شيء غير النكاح. Do you see it? Do everything in the houses with them, everything. And جامعوهن simply mean you do like sexual things, and do everything except what? Intercourse. So the word nikah does not mean marriage. We don't lie, my friend. And here you need to ask yourself, in Arabic we have the word zawaj, everybody use it. If you remember, a Muslim, he said that there is a Bible translation using the word nikah. First of all, if this is true, This is a stupid translation, because he translated the Bible to the Muslims, so he put the word there, and the one who translated that copy is even from Germany, I think, or Austria. So he is obviously he's saying, or he's translating as he learned from the Muslims. But this is a very false learning. Our Bible is not a translation. Our Bible is the original, and we don't approve such a thing. So I will be waiting for him. Until now I did not receive anything. I will be waiting from him to confirm okay. Well, his daughter, she is saying thank you very much. That was great. But I don't see anything from her father yet. He don't want to go live on air. You know, he is a very private person. He says he don't want to be recorded and be in public and etc. And I understand. But as you see, this cannot be from God. And in the same time, Islam does not, you know, Islam, if there is a marriage in Islam, then why divorce? I mean, why divorce does not even exist? Because when you say divorce in Islam, what is exactly the word divorce mean? Or when a Muslim he says to ataliq or talaq, what does it exactly mean? It's just a word you say to fire the person who's working for you. If she is really a wife, that will not be that easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard to finish such a unity happen under the name of God. But because it's just a sexual contract, then you even send a text message, she is divorced. So what divorce is that? Is that really a divorce? No. They call it divorce because this is the system they used to. But in reality, this is nothing but an ending of contract. The woman, she got paid when she is hired. The woman, she is fired, she get paid when she is fired. And when Muhammad, he says, do everything except nikah, you need to ask yourself, he could not find a better word to use if nikah mean marriage. Why he used the word marriage, word nikah for intercourse? And if the same word mean two things, that is awful. Because zawaj is way more noble than intercourse. If Muhammad and the God of Muhammad, he chose the same word as intercourse to be the word to use for marriage, that means when we say marriage, we say intercourse. When we say intercourse, we say marriage. How that can be marriage then? Until now, I see nothing from the father. I guess he retreat, you know, and his daughter, she will stay as a Christian, and yeah, she is happy with the answer, and she said that was fast. That was so fast. Yeah, that was so fast. So and by the way, I wanna add something. In the last video we made, we spoke about Muhammad giving the wrong name for the wife of the Pharaoh, proving to us that he is a false prophet. But when I was speaking by mistake, I keep saying Nefertiti. In fact, the wife of Ramses II, her name is Nefertari. Nefertari. So by mistake, you know, like sometimes, you know, your tongue say a word you don't want to say. They are very close, Nefertiti and Nefertari. So the wife of Ramses Ramses II, her name is Nefertari, and Muhammad, he claimed that the name of this woman is Asiya bint Hazm, and she have an Arabic name, and her father is an Arabic name, and her grandfather have an Arabic name. When this woman, as you see, she have nothing to do with the Arab. She never was an Arab. She's an African, and she is a queen of Egypt, and her father was a king too. So she is a daughter of a king. So this is not like the guy he married. Maybe he married a woman from the crowd from somewhere. Maybe she was originally from the Jews or from the Arab. No, she is not a Jewish. She is an Egyptian. She is a daughter of a king, and her name is Nefertari. And Muhammad, he said that his God told him that he married him to four. Asiya bint Hazm, which is supposedly Nefertari, We don't know where he got this name from, but as long Muhammad he claimed that Allah told him that, Muslim they cannot fix that issue. So obviously Muhammad he think that the man, his name is Pharaoh, this is his name. His wife claimed that her name is Asiya bint Muhazim, and as we see, there's no such a thing. The woman, she's an Egyptian, and she is a queen. She is a daughter of a king, and her name is Nefertari, and her husband is King Ramses. He married her even before he became a king. So Muhammad, he lie everywhere. Muhammad have no value. Muhammad have no ethic. Muhammad hijack names. Mary, she is the daughter of Imran, and we know that Imran is the father of Moses. Abraham is a son of Azar, but Azar is a word mean foolish in the Aramaic language, in the ancient Aramaic language. Who is Azar? You go check, you find that this is very wrong. This is just stupid. Jesus, his name is Isa. Who is Isa? Muhammad, he learned from the tradition of the Jews that Maryam, the sister of Aaron, she have a son, his name is Isa. And this is, by the way, against the Bible, because in the Bible, Maryam, she never get children. She have no children. So Muhammad, as a copy-paste person, you know, today we play a video of a sheikh. He was saying the prophet, he repeat what he hear. The prophet, he repeat what he hear. So Muhammad, he repeat what he hear. And when you repeat what you hear, you can repeat a lot of lies. Additional thing, when Muslims, we show them something, like now in this hadith here, it says Sahih. But what if this hadith is daif? But it doesn't matter for the Muslim. You see, it says Sahih now, you will say you are giving wrong meaning. And I am not the one translating, it's them, you know, like it's their translation in front of us, and they say you are giving wrong interpretation, you are misguiding people. So always they have to come with such an excuse. Either it is weak, and here we ask ourselves, it's weak, what does that mean? If you are saying to me that the hadith which is weak is not accepted, so why is not accepted but it's in your book? Why you are putting it in your book to teach us what your prophet said when your prophet did not say that? So this is another deception they do in order to defend. And here again the same for the word nikah. The Muslim, they make videos to refute me, and this girl, she saw those videos and she thought her father, actually, not the girl, the father, you know, he have a conversation with her. She said, what kind of God? You know, he don't say I'm going to get married, I'm going to be effed. I'm not going to accept that. You know, this is very filthy. This is very, you know, marriage is something noble. Marriage is something way more than just two people having intercourse. So when Muhammad, he says, when you do things with those women who they are your wives, supposedly, right? They are your wives. Why you are doing the nikah with them? You know, why you are kissing them and touching them, etc.? Because simply they are lawful for you. So jami'uhunna, jami'u in Arabic mean to do the F word, actually. But Muhammad, he is saying jami'uhunna, and he put the exception. So like saying do it, but don't put it in. Let us make it simple. So جامعوهن في البيوت واصنعوا كل شيء غير النكاح. And here the story is about that when the Jews, and here we send our message to this lady. Look what the Muslim they say about the Jews and the Christians. That when the Jews, among the Jews, when a woman menstruated, they ejected her from the house, and they do not eat with her, nor they do drink with her, nor they associate with her. This is absolutely false, because if you who is going to throw his wife in the street because she has menstruation? Here you see how the fiction and the lies about Christianity, about Judaism. When a woman, she have menstruation, we throw her in the street. So where she goes, she sleep under the stairs. But here you notice that the Jews, even according to the Muslim and Muhammadan stories, they refuse. Did I lose connection? I don't know. They refuse to have any relationship, sexual relationship, with their wives, you know, when she have menstruation. Muhammad, he do the opposite. Muhammad, he told his people to do the opposite. In the same time, Muhammad, he tried to fix it when he heard the Jews, they do that. But he fixed it in a very wrong way. So in the Quran here it says, You will see here Muhammad trying to copy the Jews. Here, Muhammad is trying to copy the Jews. They ask you concerning the women courses, say they are a hurt and pollution. So keep away from the women in their courses. This is what the Jews do. Do not approach them until they are clean. This is what the Jews do. But look what Muhammad did. Muhammad, he told them, well, this verse doesn't mean, you know, like, okay, we have to copy the Jews. We have to say as they say, okay, it's not good to go to the women and they have their menstruation, stay away from them. But you know what? Do everything except nikah. But the verse says stay away from them. The verse says it's a hurt. The verse says clearly don't have any relationship with them during that time until they are clean. Look, the verse is so clear. It says until they are clean. But because Muhammad, he is creating his own cult, he do as he want. And then right away, look what he said. Nisa'akum harthun lakum. Your wives as a turf into you. So approach your turf as you or how you will. Muhammad, he considered women as the same as a ground, and you dig in the ground as you wish. How filthy is that is. And by the way, the word nisa'akum doesn't mean wives. That's a lie. Nisa'akum mean your women. The word nisa, this is the chapter, this is why the Quran have a chapter called nisa, which mean women. So translation is false. Nisa'akum harthun lakum. Your wife is a turf for you. So dig in your turf as you wish. And this was about what? This is all dirty. The Jews, they refuse to have sex with women from the wrong location. You know what I'm saying. Muhammad, he refuted them saying, do as you wish. They are a tilth for you, so do it as you wish. Then Muhammad, after that, he started copying the Jews, saying, oh, look, okay, don't do it there. Don't do it there. But if you read this one, you will see it says, they are as you, they are those women, they are your tilth. So approach them however you will or when you will. However, how you will and however. When you want and how you want. What kind of religion this religion is? And then Muhammad, to make the ethic go bigger, he says you can lie to your wives and you can take an oath lying to them. Allah will not call you account for your thoughtlessness in your oath. Well, all liars, they are thoughtless in their oath. But for your intention. So a man, he swear that to his wife he will not go to different women. His intention is to make her happy, let us say, so she will not, she will not chase him, she will not maybe take the money, she will not whatever. So look at this religion. Allah will not take you accountable for your oath, but for your intention from the oath. So what does that mean? You see how stupid it is? Allah will take you accountable not for your oath, but for the intention of your oath in your heart. So in my heart, I say Muhammad himself, he took an oath to his wife, he will not sleep again with the slave. And then Muhammad later, you know, he decided to break his oath. So Allah, he make a verse for him. He says, why you forbid what Allah made lawful for you, and Allah will not take you accountable for your oath. So another proof that Muhammad is a fraud, have no ethic. He is teaching Muslims to lie to each other. A man lying to his husband, the man lying to his wife, the wife lying to her husband. Actually, Muhammad, he says a Muslim can lie in 3 cases: to his wife, which means his family, and to his friends, and to his enemies. So he's left. And the excuse is good intention. Always the excuse is good intention. Well, always the liars, they have good intention. If somebody he rob a bank, he will say, I have good intention, you know, I am poor. I'm going to give some money for a mosque. Good intention. Okay, somebody attack a woman, he rape her because he want to have more baby to spread Islam. This is good intention. I take an oath. I take an oath that the Quran is telling the truth, and the Christian prince is lying. Even the Christian prince is saying the truth, but my intention is good to defend Islam. So I can take an oath, false oath, because my intention is good. So this is a very satanic cult, and there is no way that this can be from God, right? And then you will see here, Muhammad here, he says, when you take an oath of your wife, let us say you decide to say something, divorce them, let us say, stay away from them 4 months. Muhammad later he changed it. It became a 3 month. I mean, what kind of God this God is? It's 3 months, it's 4 months. When a man he divorces his wife, if the divorces exist, as you see, he have to stay from the wife for 3 months. Why? To be sure that she is not carrying a baby. What kind of God he do not know that if a woman she have menstruation already, she don't have a baby? Why he need to have 3 months to wait? And then Muhammad he make it more filthy. He says the divorce is twice. Okay, what does that mean? After that, if the divorce happened, the woman she cannot go back to her husband unless she do nikah. And here again, we can prove that the word nikah mean the intercourse. Read carefully. So if he divorce her, she is not lawful for him until she do nikah to a new husband. She do what? She do nikah to a new husband. حتى تنكح زوجا غيره. So she will not be able to go back to the previous husband unless she go and do nikah to the new husband. And this is in total agreement with the word nikah we showed you in the hadith. If you remember, in the other hadith where Muhammad supported a man, he did beat his wife because she refused to do nikah with him. The man, he did beat his wife because simply she didn't want to sleep with him. And then Muhammad, he said to the women, well, if your intention to go back to your previous husband, you should know that you cannot go back to your husband until you do nikah to this new husband. This is the word nikah. So if the word nikah means marriage, she is already married to this guy, but she is not doing nikah to him. Right? She is already married. She is already wife of this guy, you know, Abdul Rahman. But Muhammad saying to her, well, you cannot go back to Rif'a unless you do nikah to the new husband Rif'a. Sorry, new husband Abdul Rahman. So what the condition is to go back is to do nikah, and Muhammad actually make it more ugly. You see here they are translating saying the word sexual intercourse, but in fact Muhammad, he did not use really the word sexual intercourse. He used the word you taste his orgasm and she tastes your orgasm. Here it says حتى يذوق من عسيلتك, until he tastes from your orgasm. You go to the dictionary and you will see that the word usayla mean orgasm. And here the Muslim translated until your husband consummate your marriage. What does that mean? So you see, so the word nikah does not mean marriage. The word nikah mean the F word. And here again Muhammad, he keeps saying you are not lawful for the previous husband unless he tastes the new husband. He do nikah to you, and he tastes your orgasm, and you taste his orgasm. And as you see, all of this is a very authentic hadith. So I hope I don't hear anything from this gentleman, you know, like he don't have any argument no more. He was really upset, and he screamed. He says, "You did lie to my daughter." And his daughter, she said to him, "No, he did not," in front of his face. And he said, "Well, let us see if he can prove it. Let us, you know, he was taking advantage of you because you do not know, you are not knowledgeable, and you don't, you know, you don't know much about Islam, and etc." So the challenge is accepted, and the answer is given, and the father obviously retreated, and he discovered that his prophet is obviously a perverted man. Let us see. Anyway, there's many, we can go to many places, but I think this is enough. Again, guys, just take a note, please. We are going to go live here for now because we have a strike in other account. So tell your friends, please share. And even if we have a strike here, who care? We open a new channel and people will come. You see, my message even to you too. Doesn't matter. You can't stop me because open an account to take 2 seconds. And I have already many accounts open for for a flat tire, you know, occasion. So nobody can stop us. Always we will go live. Always we will make videos. Always we will share education, and always we will get Muhammad busted. So today we learned 2 things. If Muslim they say to you that how the Quran knew about Ramses, the Pharaoh, tell them your prophet he know nothing, and the proof is your prophet he think that Ramses the second, his name is Pharaoh, and he think, actually not he think only, he said that his God told him that the name of the wife of the Pharaoh is Asiya bint Muzahim. It's an Arabic name, as you see. Asiya, this doesn't make sense. The daughter of Muzahim, this is an Arabic name, and even her grandfather, his name is Al-Walid. Where the Muslims and where Muhammad he got those names from, Allah knows best. And as long Muhammad he claimed that Allah told him, Muslim they cannot say, oh, it was a mistake of somebody. Muhammad he says, Allah he promised me. When Khadijah she was in the bed of death, the rude Muhammad, imagine your wife, she is dying. And now he is making fun of her, obviously. He said to her, send my greeting to my wives. Khadijah, she looked at him and she said, you married women before me? Because remember, Khadijah is the first wife of Muhammad, supposedly. Or to Qatham, not Muhammad. He changed his name after he married Khadijah. He got rich and now he claimed to be a prophet. So the old name doesn't fit. So he changed it from Qatham to Muhammad. So Khadijah, she said, you married women before me? She was shocked. Muhammad, he said, no, but Allah, he promised me, Asiya, the wife of the Pharaoh, Mary, the mother of Jesus, and the sister of Noah. I mean, the guy, he did not leave anybody. Anyone is famous. I mean, even the sister of Noah, all the way to the sister of Noah, and the mother of Jesus. Obviously, this person is mentally ill. Why does God want to give Muhammad Nefertari? Hey Muslims, this is the picture of your coming the prophet wife. You see her? She's naked, brother. What you would do about it? Do you accept that your prophet wife, she have a statues between 2 guys? Really, you accept that? So Muhammad obviously is a fraud, for the wife name is Nefertari, is not Asiya, and Muhammad, as usual, he is a fabricator, and what we do here, we get him busted. All right. So a correction about the previous video. It is not Nefertiti by mistake. I was saying Nefertiti because it's the same, like Nefertari, Nefertiti. So it was Nefertari, not Nefertiti. And if you download the video, just make a correction in your video so people will not be. Actually, in the screen it shows Nefertari because I show in the same article. But I was, I was reading fast, so I the famous name is Nefertiti, so I was saying Nefertiti. So it says Nefertari, and you notice here that even those names, they are pure Egyptian names, have nothing to do with the Arab, and the Egyptian are Egyptian. They are not an Arab. They are African. How the wife of the Pharaoh suddenly her name became an Arabic? And how her father became an Arabic when this guy, you go right now and search who is Nefertiti, and actually you will see that in the same article, which is this is Egypt Today. This is a website owned by Egypt. Let us show you it's called Egypt Today, and the one who wrote the article, suppose she is expert in history of Egypt. Obviously she is Egyptian. Her name is Rana Atif, obviously Muslim. Egypt Today, and you can find this is same. You can just search the name Nefertari. Who is she? And you will find her father name. What she, those people believe they are goddess. I mean, the Muslim, the Muhammad, they made her believer in Musas, the Muslim Musas. And even the Muslim, they claim she was a Jew. I mean, their fictions and this religion is just a collection of fictions and hippie stories. They got stories from everywhere. Christian author, he wrote a book. It's called, or a story. It's called The Seven Sleepers. Muhammad, he heard the story. He claimed that Allah told him the story, and this is a true story. When this is have nothing to do really with any true seven sleepers. And Muhammad, because he do not know really the language, this is written in Aramaic. Just to show you an example of the city Muhammad. They asked Muhammad, the Jews always, they make fun of Muhammad. I mean, this is what the Jews did. This is why he hate them very much. They got him in trouble, and they ask him questions to examine how stupid he is, and always he never failed them. Always he give a stupid answer. So the Jews, they told him, do you know the story of the sleepers? He said, sure, Allah will tell me about it. Allah told him. So he said to them, I will tell you, Allah told me, I will tell you about the seven sleepers. Some they say they were 3 and their dog is being 4th. Some they say they were 5 and their dog is being 6. Doubtfully guessing at the unknown. Yet other they say they were 7 and their dog is being number 8. And now Muhammad will give the answer. Say, Allah knows best. Allah knows their number and only few people. So what is the answer? So Muhammad here is trying to be smart. He do not know really what their number. I mean, he just told you they are 7. The story name is the 7 sleepers. How come you do not know the name, the number? So some they say 3 and their dog is number 4. First of all, here, in the real story, there's no dog. But because Muhammad is an idiot, the word there is kali'ahum. Kali'ahum. Kali'ahum mean their protector. So this story here is about 7 sleepers, and they have an angel who stood in front of their cave, and he opened his arms to stop the army of the king. Have you ever heard of a dog will protect them from a king and his army? It's a dog. So some they say 3 and their dog is number 4. Some in Arabic, in English, in any language, you don't say and the 4th is a dog, because the 4th is not a human. You can say there's 3 girls and the 4th was a guy. You can say there's 3 unknown men and the 4th was Ahmed, the dead terrorist. But you cannot say there was a 3 and their dog and the 4th is a dog. That is against any language. For the fourth have to be from the same kind. You can say 3 apples and the fourth is an orange. That is not the fourth. That is 1 orange and 3 apples. We cannot make it number 4. So Muhammad, you do not know the answer. And the answer is very simple. Allah knows best. And then Muhammad, he claimed that this is an inspiration came to him from God. Here we go. Muhammad got them busted. Allah, he knows everything. Allah, he knows the unseen. And everything Muhammad, he say, is coming from Allah. So the story written by an author, he is from Syria. Fiction story. Muhammad, he take it, he put it in the Quran. He claimed that Allah told him. And now they ask him how many they are. Still, until now, we do not know the answer. Some they say they are 3 and their dog. And what the point of this? Some they say they are 3 and their dog is number 4. Some they say they are 4 and their dog is number 5. Some they say they are 5 and their dog is number 6. Some they say they are 6 and their dog is number 7. Some they say they are 7 and their dog is number 8. What is that? So what the point of this? Stupid story. When the Christian author, he wrote the story, it is about patient. It's about the Christians sooner or later will be victorious. Now they are discriminating you. God can do miracles. And one day you will be victorious. Have patience. Here there's no point of the story. Here the God of Islam even cannot give us the number. How many they are Muslims? Are they 3 and their dog is number 4? Are they 5 and their dog is number 6? So what the point of this? Why he say they say to you 3 and their dog is number 4? I say they are 7. That's it. But Allah knows best. This is silly. And then the Muslims, the second you ask them questions about this story, just to prove that this is a fiction story made by Christians, you will see that those people, they according to the Quran here, they stayed in the cave for 300 years and 9 years. 309 years. The multiply of number 3. 3 again. Why 300 years and 9 years? And then I mean, it's very silly. It's very dummy story. It make no sense. And there's no point of telling this story. We don't even know who they are, those people. If you ask Muhammad now, okay, who is those 3 and their dog is number 7? What language they speak? Where they live? What their names? What is that? Is that really a book from God? 3 and their dog is number 4. And since when the dog he have 2 arms? Does he? So the word Kali'ahum, which mean their provider, Muhammad, he make it a dog because he could not read the word correctly. Let us see. If you go to this verse, I just received a message from the father saying, thank you very much, you are right. So now we have the father and the daughter leaving Islam. That's wonderful. Okay. Happy to hear from you, my friend. I'm so glad that you agreed. And then he's saying this is messed up. And then let's continue. Okay, I'm happy to hear. So, and then here the Muslim, by the way, you will see that there's a miracle here. It's known by science now today that a human being, he cannot live without the sun. And Allah, he was flipping them from the right of the cave to the left of the cave. And why is that? Because so they can keep having the sun and have the vitamin and etc. so they can live. And secondly, if you sleep in one side, that will hurt badly, can cause a very serious damage. Here we see the stupidity. I mean, those are supposedly, they are experiencing a miracle, and we are worried about flipping their back. Is that a miracle, or this is the nursing house? Do you see how I refute the stupidity here? This is the problem, you know, when a Muslim they debate Christians don't read carefully. Is this a miracle, or this is a nursing home? A nursing home, I will say, I will go with you, okay? So we were flipping them sides because they are asleep and they will sleep for long. But this is a miracle. I mean, okay. So now we flip them from right to side to left to make them stay alive. What about food? 300 years without food. 300 years without water. So the flipping now will help? What is that? So either it's a miracle, or it's a nursing home. So, you know, the silly argument, it's go beyond the imagination sometime. And okay, you would deem that they are weak, but they were asleep, and we turn them to their right and their left aside. Their dog is stretching forth his 2 forelegs. Have you ever heard of such a thing like this? So the dog, isn't the dog is haram in Islam? Isn't the dog is najis? Isn't the dog will bring filth? Why the dog is there? Suddenly the dog is a miracle too. and what happened, that's in the Aramaic language, it says that their provider, he opened his arms, which is his wings as an angel. باسطا ذراعيه بالوسيط. So he opened his arms as a protection in the cave door, so nobody can see even the door. So it's like a magical thing. As again, this is a fiction story, but let us say it's a miracle, because God can do miracle, right? We believe in miracles anyway. But here, when the Muslims they speak about amazing scientific discovery, that the Quran speak about Allah flipping them aside from side to side, this is the most stupid thing ever you can say to me about God. Because if God want to say something, he say be, right? And it's going to be. So do God need to flip them right and left to keep them alive? This is an insult to your God. Are we listening, people? Do God need to flip them to the right of the side and the left of the side to keep them alive? Isn't this is a miracle, or this is a Dr. Evil laboratory? So, and the problem of people when they debate Muslims, they don't read carefully, you know. This is why Muslims, they don't really have a problem to debate many of the Christians, most of them. But with me, they refrain, you know. Don't go there, because this guy, he read differently. This guy, he see differently. This guy, he will flip it upside down on us. This guy, he flipped the table. As simple as that, as Jesus, he did in the Jews in his time. And when the Quran says, some they say 3 and they are number 4, that is making it even more funny and more stupid. Same time, you would see in the sun when it rose, declining to the right from their cave, and when it set, turning away to the left. Look at this. Is that a cave? Are you sure this is a cave? Because this cave, in order to receive the sun that far inside, it might be, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is in the 70th floor in the Himalaya. And what about the winter sun? Is it the same? What about the summer sun? Is it the same? Isn't it the Quran says that Allah is the Lord of the 2 east and the 2 west? Allah is the Lord of the two east and two west. That because Allah, He have extreme knowledge about astronomy and how the sun move. So Allah could not explain why the sun in the summer is different from the sun in the winter as location. So He claimed that He is the Lord of the two east and the Lord of the two west. But who in the world can believe in such a thing? Do we have really two east and two west? Imagine if science discover that there is two east and two west. The Muslim will go crazy. Right? If you go down here, another mistake in the Quran. I mean, wherever you go, this is stupid. It says there is two bodies of water floating, meeting together, flowing, meeting together. But this doesn't say that, by the way. This is a false translation. It says that two seas, al-Bahrain. Change the translator, you will find a new Quran. This is Yusuf Ali. Why the Muslims, they don't want us to say the word two seas? Because this is a mistake right away from the start. Because the fresh water is not a sea. It's not. He has let loose the two seas, between two brackets, the salt water and the fresh water, meeting together. Okay, are they meeting together? Read what it says after that. Between them a barrier which none of them can transgress. So according to the stupid Quran, salty water and fresh water, they don't ever meet. Why? Because there is a barzakh between them. The Muslim, they fool some people. They say to them, go to YouTube, you will see like two colors of water. They say, Subhanallah, they are not mixing as the Quran says. My friend, salty water and fresh water, always they mix. Get a cup of salty water and cup of fresh water and put them in one pot. Let us see if they're mix or not. Very simple. What the Quran here is saying, that between them a barzakh. Barzakh is a dry land. You can go right now, read chapter 55 verse 20, go to Ibn Kathir and you will see the word barzakh, or you can go to the dictionary. You see the word barzakh is a dry land. So here they fabricate even the meaning. They claim it is something when it is something else. Out of them both come out pearl and coral. I don't know how much this accurate is, but it's very silly. What does that mean exactly? I mean, what, pearl and coral? This is what we live by. So, and the funny, by the way, the Quran says, repeat this sentence, by which of the blessing of your Lord you deny. Okay, but the Quran keep repeating the same verse. This is a statement of a person have nothing to say. I mean, that's it. You said that already. Then Allah, He make a challenge to the genies and the human to leave the zone of the earth. And then you go and read the interpretation. They will say to you, the Prophet told us that no one can leave the zone of the earth except the angels and Prophet of Allah only, like Muhammad or Isa, as an example. Anyone else will try to leave the zone of the earth, Allah will shoot him in his ass by a fire. How scientific is this? How fiction it is? You know the answer. Already we have a spaceship, and it is actually, there's people who live in it the whole year. The whole year is not like they go in 2 days and come back. No, they are living there full time. And this is supposed, they will prove that Allah is God. So the God of Islam, He forbid anyone from leaving the earth. And if you try to leave the earth, Allah will shoot you. And He challenged the genie and the human. Not only the human, I mean the genie too. And the Muslim, they will say to you, except by the authority of Allah. Doesn't say authority of Allah. Will look like the authority of Allah extended to the Soviet Union and the American and the Kuffar. But all of us, we knew that the authority, the Muslim they speak about, in reality, this is only angels and Prophet of God, they can go until the judgment day. And then judgment day, God, we will send supposedly those who they are bad to hell, and those who they are good to heaven. And as you know, the heaven of Islam is hell. especially with the promises Muhammad he gave. So it doesn't matter really where you go. You will find a stupid story all over. Look, from every kind of fruit there is 2 pairs. Have you ever heard of a God he promised us such a thing? There's 2 kinds of banana. There's 2 kinds of coconut. There's 2 kinds of orange. There's 2 kinds of grape. There's 2 kinds of and you notice here that Muhammad he have to use the word fruit in pairs, not a choice of a fruit, but a choice to make the end. You see here, if you don't, I know you don't speak Arabic, but you see this letter at the end here, he have to make the same tone, like tukadhiban, zawjan, tukadhiban, you know, you see. So he have to repeat the same thing just in order to make like a rap song, so which is very silly and very stupid. He forced his heaven to change to be silly just because he needed the letters to be at the end. He trying to find the word fit to be there. And regarding this issue here, I mean, my videos became long. I supposed to just answer this gentleman. Regarding this, the Arabic language. If you remember, 2 days ago, we have a Muslim, he called me, and I said to him, the ant make Quran, if you remember. The ant make Quran. And the funny is that the ant make Quran, and the ant, she is making Quran, and she is ending the same with the same ending as letters. Chapter 27, verse number 18. You will see here. You ask the Muslims who is talking, they will say to you Allah. Okay. Yuzi'un. The last letter is Nun. Yuzi'un. Okay. The ant, she said, La yash'urun. Look, the ant, she is trying to make Quran fit with the tune. you know what I'm saying? If this is the ant talking, why she is keeping the same terms, the same tone? We get it. Allah saying use your own. The ant, she end with letter into. If the Muslim, they will say that this is not the ant saying that, that means Allah he lie. He changed the words. To make it simple, like you say, I saw someone, he is fat, and now you say to me, well, I don't like that. So we are exchanging conversation, and you try to keep the same letter at the end. How the ant she is doing that? And did the ant speak in Arabic? The Muslim, they will say no. The ant and the guy agree, actually. The ant, they do vibrate or chemical. So how the chemical of vibration became Arabic? With tone at the end. Yeah, this is DJ mixing. And then Sulaiman, he answered, and he added the noon at the end. As-salihin. And then he checked the bird. He didn't find al-hudhud. He said al-ghaibin. And then he was going to punish the hudhud, the bird, for not being there. He says bisultani mabin. Okay. What the heck is that? Somebody saying it's a poem. No, this doesn't go to the level of a poem, because it's a stupid statement. Secondly, it doesn't have a, you know, in Arabic we have like a special balance for poem, and if you don't keep it, you don't have one. This is in Arabic supposedly called sajja, but this is a stupid sajja. This is why Muhammad, he forbid people from doing that. If you go in the hadith, you will see Muhammad, he forbid anyone trying to speak in a way which is way better than the Quran. It's called sajja. Sajja. Read here really carefully. Messenger of Allah, he heard a person, his name, Al-Nabigha Al-Hudhali. and he was speaking so good. You know, he spoke like in the language, which is really, really good, you know. So what Muhammad, he said to them, he said, this is the Raymond speech of the Kohan, of the monks. But those are not really monks. Those are people who they speak in a, like, let us say they are very good in the Arabic language, and like, you know, like do a rap, you know. But the whole, those people, the whole conversation they do it this way. They don't talk to you normally. So you say, I want to have a coffee, they give you an answer, end with the word coffee. You know what I mean? Everything they say, not only just in a certain time, just for fun. So when Muhammad, he heard someone speaking it, and in his time there was many of them, Muhammad, he tried to copy them. And this is why after that Muslim, they forbid people, and Muhammad forbid people from practicing such a thing. He said about this person, oh, he is one of the brothers of Soothsayers. I don't know what the word mean in English, but I think you know better than me. For me, I read in Arabic. So they speak in a certain way, and Muhammad, he was trying to copy them, to make Quran like them. And look how many times this is repeated. All right. So do we have any question? We have Shafiq from, he texted me in Patreon, the ex-Muslim. If you are here, my friend, just ask me the question now before we go for today. So guys, just remember, please, as you see, we don't have too many yet. They knew that I am here in this other account. We will not use that Christian Prince account for some time. We are here in the Arabian Prophet, so tell your friends. And remember always, if I lose my channels, you can find me in Patreon. And the last link I will update for life, that will be my channel. Doesn't matter where it is, all right? So the channel is not really someone who can foresee the future. Oh, okay. Well, no, this is a fast translation, really. The Kohan, yeah, it's like, you know, you can tell the future, but those people, they speak wisdom. Muhammad is being a fool again. So there's a person who's maybe I should make a video about it. I think I made videos about this topic. There's a person, he was very, very huge as body, as a shape, you know. This guy, he is so famous that nobody can speak Arabic like him. Nobody. He don't make poetry. And people, they could not understand how they can do that. So they start saying the genie inspired them, the goddess inspired them. Otherwise, how they can do that? You know? And here, when Muhammad, he said such a thing, he agreed that they are supported by goddess, but he's being stupid. They are just people who have a very skill. They are skilled in the language. Muhammad, he tried to copy them to make Quran, but his Quran comes so silly and so stupid, not even close. So there is some famous names in this in the history of Arabia. As an example, Sutayh. I don't know if I can find any hadith about Sutayh. Let us see in English. Sutayh is the most famous one, and nobody can beat this guy ever in the history of Arabia. Let us see. Yeah, I don't think in English we will find anything about him. Yeah. Anyway, the Arab, they used to accept those people as if they are monks. You know, this is why they called Kohan. So why they consider them people of value? Because simply when they speak, they don't just make an Arabic words. They speak wisdom. They speak ethic. They speak you know, it's not just a language. You know, it's a teaching. It's education. It is a school of wisdom. Let us say. Muhammad, he tried to copy them, and one of the most famous one was Sutayh, and Muhammad, he tried to copy, but his Quran comes so silly and so stupid. Those topics, you know, I can make videos about them again, but the problem is, you guys don't speak Arabic. Actually, there's a verse in the Quran. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. It's, you know, sometimes like when you want something, it's not really in your head right away. But it is in the chapter of Al-Haqqa, I think verse number 43. But I want to be sure first before I go there. Let us see. There we go. Yeah, I was right. People, they told Muhammad, are you trying to be one of those Kohan? This is in chapter 52 and chapter 69. They told him, are you trying? You know, or, you know, Muhammad, he said to them, Allah told me to tell you, I am not from the Kohan and I am not crazy. See it? So Muhammad, he denied that he is trying to be one of them with his Quran. Why? Because people didn't notice he is trying to make it the same as they do, but he is far beyond to be able in that stage, because the Quran is very silly and very stupid. And the same you can be found in chapter 69 verse number 42. Again, Muhammad again denying that he is one of them or trying to be one of them. All right. Yeah, I have my book in Swedish and German and Dutch. Yes, we do. So as you see here, even the Arab at that time, they noticed that Muhammad trying to copy those Kohan, trying to speak like them, but obviously it's a failure. And you know, the Arab, they were laughing at him, right? This is why you see all the letters here in Arabic, they're trying to end with letters matched together, but he is in this ability. Because look, tu'minun, tadhkurun, then alamin. This doesn't fit with tu'minun. You can tell even from by your hearing, right? He used the same letter N at the end, but tadhkurun, but it's not the same as alamin. It's not the same. He could not make it. He's very short of words. Al-aqawil, here he broke it, and then he go back to yamin, but he was in tu'minun, and then he jumped to hajizin, muttaqin. So Muhammad is a thief for everything. Everything around him, he observed, he take it, and you see, and the Arab, they were laughing at him, and he says, he is not, this is not a word of poet. It is not a word of poet. Why Muhammad he said that? Because they laugh at him and say, what kind of poet is this horrible poet is? So he said to them, who said it's Boyd? So he denied that he is one of those Kohan, and he denied that he is trying to make point because he is not fit in both. Because as a point he could not make it, as a Sajjah he could not make it. So what it is? Right? So any question? Again, reminder people, we are going to be here in Arabian Prophet for some time, and we might go back to the Christian Prince account later, we don't know, but it doesn't matter really which account. The important is we are here to learn and to listen, right? Which channel is not, who care? I mean, this is not a house, it's just a strip at YouTube. Do we agree? So if we create a new channel, don't be lazy and say, oh, I'm going to, because if you see, the funny is, the video I make, let's say I made a video today, right? You go to the channel where they are loading my videos, it have a 3-time view more than my channel, and I am the one who made it. Isn't it funny? I don't know why. I think YouTube is targeting me, and we just receive a strike, as you see. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that a person, I am going live, and nobody get notification, nobody receive notification. People have hard time to find the videos, and then like after, let us say 10 hours, I get like 10,000 or 15,000 view. Then the guy who load my video, it's not fresh anymore. He make 3 times, 4 times more than me. So obviously YouTube is playing games with us, but it's okay. The important is, I'm so glad really I made a revolution. Like when I spoke to this girl today and her father, I was sure that I will convince him that he is wrong. I have nothing against him as a person. I actually respect the person. He want to be sure that his daughter, nobody is fooling her, nobody is lying to her, and we will never do that. Everything we say, we show it on the screen. You can go check it out. We made the revolution. Christians now today, they are very well armed with answers, and Abdul and Mohammedanism cannot fool them. Once I was reviewing YouTube about a video of mine, and then a Muslim, he says, you worship a man in the comment. Then other person, he answer saying, you worship a shin. And at that time I was like, it's not too much popular between Christians. I'm trying to teach the Christian that Allah is a shin. So I wanted to see who was this guy, so I click at his name, and so you believe it or not, he was like 9 or 10 years old. He is posting videos about games. He's a kid. So I was happy to see a Christian kid was able to refute the Muslims' mockery of Jesus, that we worship a man. Well, you worship a leg. What kind of God he is a leg? Why he have a leg anyway? Any Muslim can tell us? If Allah is not a man, why he have a leg? So, we came in a time where Christians, they are not, they are not ready really for debating this garbage religion. Let us show the hadith. And now we have thousands and thousands of videos made by me to teach you for hours and hours. And actually, I advise people who they download my videos to, let us say, to cut the videos, make them shorter. Let us see, I'm trying to find the hadith about, let us see. Try to cut the videos and make them short. Like today we make a video about what the word nikah mean. Cut it, make it 2 minutes, You don't need to have all this video. This video can be cut into many parts, many videos. Show the tafsir about Shin. Okay, I will share the tafsir about Shin, no problem. Here we go. We have our friend Harun. He is challenging me. I like that. Harun, do you like to call me and challenge me? And so you can read with me? Harun? I bet you Harun, he do not know his name, what his mean. He's a meerkat. The horny one. Anyway, so Harun, he said, I dare you to show us the interpretation for this. If we ask Harun, who can give interpretation for the Quran better than Muhammad? Harun, do you have anyone better than Muhammad to give interpretation? Let us read together so people will laugh. Are you ready? Okay. Let us see which hadith it is. Read with me carefully. Harun, you said I dare you. You said what? I dare you. How you recognize Allah? They asked the Prophet. How you recognize Allah? Allah will come to the Muslims in a shape other than the one which they saw first time, which we wonder what shape is that. Right? Muslim, can you tell me what shape? So Allah will come to them in a shape other than the one which they saw first time. Read it. This is Al-Bukhari. This is not weak. Allah will come in a shape other than the one they saw first time, and he will say, I am your Lord. And they will say, you are not our Lord. And none will speak to him except the Prophet. Wonderful. So Allah have a shape, and he changed his shape. So Allah now is a change in what? The shape. And the word shape means physical. Physical, he have a physical body. And then it will be said to them, do you know the sign which you can recognize him? They will say, the shin. And then Allah will uncover his shin. Are you there, Mr. Harun? Are you, Mr. Harun, there? I dare you? Do you still dare me? This is your Prophet, and this is Sahih Bukhari, hadith number 7439. So this hadith, and who is the one who can explain Islam better than Muhammad? Nobody, right? So Allah have a shape, and Allah will come to them in a shape other than the one they knew, and the Muslim, they will curse Allah and they will say bad words to him, and they will say to him, you are shaitan. Then Muhammad, he says, Allah, then he come in the real shape. What is that? The shape which they recognize him with, which is what? Which is the shin. Are you with me, my friend? So the only way to recognize the God of Muhammad is the shin of Allah. Now if we ask the Muslims what is special about his shin, they have no idea. I mean, how you can recognize him by his shin? You tell me. Are you there, Harun? Harun is dead now. Harun is plain dead. Any Muslim can tell us how we recognize Allah. And if the Muslim, by the way, they will give you that the word shin can mean war in Arabic, etc. That's all fictions. But people, they are asking him about seeing Allah, seeing him literally. Read from the beginning. They asked Muhammad, are we going to see Allah? We said, oh Allah Messenger, shall we see our Lord? See our Lord, not see war. See our Lord? He said, yes. Do you have difficulty of seeing the sun and the moon when the sky is clear? They said no. He said, okay, so you will have no difficulty seeing your Lord in the day, when no difficulty of seeing him, seeing the sun and the moon. And then Allah will come to them in a shape. The story continue, and that shape will be different. So Allah is a convertible God. He can change his shape. And here Muhammad did not tell us what shape he used to have and what shape when he come to them, what is that? So then the Almighty come to them in a shape other than the one which they saw first time. Muslim, you saw Allah first time when? When you Muslim, you saw Allah first time, help me. And this is additional proof that Muhammad is a mentally ill person, because according to your religion, nobody saw Allah, not even Moses. So how he claimed that you saw him, all of you Muslims? Hey Muslim, did you see him? Leave your comment and tell us if you ever saw Allah. So Allah will change his shape, and the Muslim, and he will say, I'm Lord, your Lord. And then the people, they will say to him, we seek refuge by Allah from you, which means they accuse Allah to be shaitan. And then how you recognize Allah? They said from his shin. Nice to meet you, Mr. Shin. All those things were not known for Christians, and we spent years and years and years of education so Christian they can refute this funny stupid cult. They claim that they believed in one God, and then we find that Allah, he says, if we want to take a partner, we take it from us. And by the way, I don't care if you believe in one God or not, or 10, who cares? The question is if he is real or not. Muslims, they think that they are so proud that we believe in one God, one monotheism. Okay, hold on, let us say you believe in monotheism, but you are not. But let us say you do. What does that mean? Those who worship Satan, they believe that Satan is the only true God. They have a temple for Satan, and they believe he is the only true God. They are monotheists too. There's many monotheist religions in the world. But the question is, who's your God? Right? So even the logic and what they are proud about, you know, this is what happened to you when you have no honor. You try to be proud about something silly. The Indian, they have, according to this guru, what's his name? Sadhguru, he said in Hinduism there is 35 million gods. Okay, maybe the number is funny for you, but this is not really funny for me, because simply, what if they are really exist? The question is not how many there are, the question if it's true or not. You know what I mean? Because if they are exist and they are 35 million, what you can do about it? Can you change God nature? Can you say to God why you are alone? Because if we want to ask questions, then we should ask even how he's alone. You see, there's a question every believer, doesn't matter what religion is, he stopped with because he don't want to go further, because he cannot really ask those questions. When a Muslim, he says Allah did not give birth, and Allah have no sons. Okay. Allah don't sleep. Okay. Allah don't eat. Okay. Allah don't sleep. Okay. It's not fit for Allah to have a son. Okay. It's not fit. Why? Who said so? Who is the one who put the rules? You, the God. And what will happen if Allah have a son? He's going to be insulted. Very silly argument. So, and if Allah, he want to take a son, he will take it from us. That's funny. Or a wife, you know, take it from us. I thought you are only one. In the same time, Muslim, they question every other God. The second you say their God, they don't dare to question. Even how Allah sat in the throne, the Muslim, they say, this is haram. We can't ask this question. Like, it's a simple question. Allah sit in the throne, how he said. You see, any simple question will destroy us now. Any simple question. The Muslim, they say to you that Allah is all-knowing, Allah is etc. Allah is blah 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 blah. Allah, he created the world by saying be and it was, but this is not true. The Quran said when Allah, he created the earth and everything in the earth, then he went up to the sky. You ask the Muslims, what do you mean Allah, he rose to the sky? He was in the earth? This question alone will make them in trouble. They will say to you, this question is haram. We are not allowed to ask it. We are not allowed to discuss it. Okay, why? It's haram. Okay, why it's haram? Tell me, what's the problem? If he himself saying to you, he went up. Huh? He went up. What is the problem? Because if you question it, you will find that this is against what they say. They say Allah, he create things by saying be. But then we find that Allah, he have to leave his throne and come down. And he took him many days sitting in the ground, in the earth, and then he went up to heaven, but there was no heaven, because remember, in different Quran, different chapter, it says that there was no sky. Allah, he created everything in the earth, and the sky was a smoke. So Allah went up where? This is a chapter 41. It says, and here you see a translation says moreover. This is a lie. It says then, thumma, then, and there's a period of time with thumma, which means long period of time. You change the translator, you will find different translation right away. So here, let us see, Hilali and Khan. See, the word moreover changed, became then. So then he, istawa, the Muslim, they are even refusing to translate. They put between two bracket rows because they don't dare. This word is scaring the hell of them. This word istawa, scaring the hell of them. There's tons of videos on YouTube saying to you, you cannot ask this question about how he did that. Then he rose over toward the heaven, but there was no heaven. It says, even here it says it was a smoke. So where Allah was, Allah went where? So Islam is a religion as long as you don't ask questions. The second you start asking questions, Islam is shaking. Very simple question. Was the heavens exist? If the heaven wasn't exist before this point, Allah lived where? Hey Muslims, where Allah he live? As you see, in this point there was no heaven. And then he made them seven heaven. So the earth is finished first, and then he made the heaven. So before that point, Allah used to live where? Homeless? Then we go to the hadith. You see, I'm trying to make the video short. This is why my videos is endless, because, you know, conversation lead us to more evidence, more reference, more crazy stuff. What you can do. I know you hate me. All right. Muhammad, he tried to copy the Bible as usual, because he is a zero person, he have nothing. So where was Allah? Read carefully. Abdullah, etc., the messenger, he's saying that God recorded the fate of the creatures. He did not record really. It says qaddara. He wrote all the maqad, which means the fate. 50,000 years before the creation of the heaven and the earth. Okay, so 50,000 years before the creation of the heaven and earth. So 50,000 years before that date, Allah was where? Read carefully. 50,000 years, his throne was above the water. I mean, do you see the stupidity? 50,000 years before he created the earth and the heaven, his throne was above the water. Where is the water? Shouldn't he create the water first? You just said he did not create the heaven and created the earth yet. What water? Are we following, people? What water we are talking about? There's no earth and there's no heaven. And this is 50,000 years before the earth and the heavens exist. His throne was above the water. Where is what water? Same time, if his throne was exist 50,000 years, years according to what? If there's no earth, there's no heaven. When we say years, we are talking about the sun movement. We are talking about a day, correct? I mean, this is a silly, stupid cult. You cannot discuss it. Even this is so silly. This is a duck making noise. Walk, 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 walk. 50,000 years. There's no years yet. And what years? There's no earth. There's no sky. There's no heaven. There's no sun. There's no moon. So 50,000 years. And why Allah was his throne above the water? In the Bible it says that when God he created the earth and the heaven, and the Spirit of God was above the void, above the water. Muhammad, you want to copy that? But this is about creating the earth. So the earth was covered by water, and the Spirit of God over it. Okay, here we have earth, we have water, got it. But here we have what? We go to different hadith, we see the madness go even farther. The Muslim, they say nothing is above Allah, nothing is under, everything is underneath of Allah. Okay, read with me carefully. I said to a messenger of Allah, where is our Lord? Before the creation, before he created the creation, read carefully. He said he was above the cloud. Do you see the stupidity? He just said to you before he created the creation. You said to him above the cloud. He just said to him before he created the creation. Isn't the cloud a creation? Isn't it the earth is a creation? Isn't it the sky is a creation? So where was Allah before he created the creation? He said he was above the cloud, below which was air, and above which was air and water. Too much hashish. And then he created his throne above the water. Like what? Is that the point of his starting? So Allah, he decided to make some furniture? What does that mean? What happened to Harun? Harun is gone. Harun in the bye-bye. Harun is not just watching, laughing at his prophet. So where was Allah? Above the water. I mean, what water? There's no creation yet. Allah is a duck. And above him air, underneath of him air. Above him and underneath of him. So Allah is inside a space full of air. The Muslim, they will say to you, this is da'if. It's not. It says Hassan. Hassan means good. This is one of the names of the grandsons of Muhammad, which is not really his son. Do we have any Muslim? As you see, this is a hashish talk, but this is the point of what we do here. Each moment we spend, we are learning, and I hope people are taking notes. And please don't send me email later saying where we can find that. I just received an email from a person saying to me where we can find that Muhammad, he worshipped the 3 daughters of Allah. My friend, the satanic verses is very well known. You go to the Quran, you open the satanic verses. You can go and type in Google satanic verses, and then you can go and read the interpretation for it made by Muslims. You will see that Muhammad, he worshipped the 3 daughters of Allah. This is why the Quran says Allah will delete whatever shaitan he throw in the mouth of Muhammad. Chapter 22, verse number 52. Already istawa? Actually, the funny, the word istawa can come in different meaning, which means cooked. So already he's cooked. He's already istawa. And by the way, here other problem in the Quran, like the Arabic language. You see now, if you look at the language right now, you see dots, you see like volve in the top. Those will not exist, which will make it impossible really to read, because it can mean something else. Even the way the letters they are written now, it is totally different from the original. Just one dot can change everything. There's a story once in Lebanon, an article in a newspaper, you know, speaking about one of the politicians. He's a leader of militant group. They just forgot a dot. They forgot a dot. They did not add a dot. They forgot a dot. Tens of people get killed because they start shooting at each other. Oh, you are insulting, etc. They just forget a dot in the newspaper print. How we can read the Quran? So, and the funny, the one who fixed the Quran, he is not even an Arab. He fixed the Quran of Allah. He fixed the Arabic of Allah. And then there's other person, he came, Al-Farahidi. He came and he make even fix more fix, because the Quran was written in a very stupid way. And I mentioned to you, there's many things in the Quran is not the same as it is today. Like when we say the word sky, there's no sky. You see, now we keep saying he made them 7 sky, right? But in the original Quran, there's no sky. You see here it says heaven. In Arabic it says sama. In the original Quran there is no sama. There's samut. And samut have totally different meaning. And the reason I avoid talking about it or making videos especially about it, it will not make too much sense for those who don't speak Arabic anyway. So when you see the Quran saying sab'u samawat, there's no, the Quran have not this word does not exist in the Quran. And I challenge any Muslim to challenge me to say, Christian Prince, you are lying. This is how the word was exist always in the Quran. Samawat. Samawat here mean skies, but it's not exist in the Quran. And there's tons of words like this. It was a guy, his name is Al-Farahidi or Farahidi. He is the one who fixed it. He said Samut doesn't make sense. It must be Samawat. Let us make it Samawat. And now they are copying what the guy he said, not what Allah he said. Anyway, do we have any question? Actually, here we have a Mr. Inshallah saying, I already said that nikah has two meaning, can be sexual intercourse and also marriage according to Arabic. Okay, my friend, the Arabic lexicon, they do what people use as a language today. As an example, today the word sa in Arabic means 60 minutes. Sa in the time of Muhammad was no less than 10 to 15 minutes. So Allah indahu ilmu sa'a. Is that the 60 minutes? So you see the word sa'a, it's all over. So today the word of it or use of it is different from the time of Muhammad use. So you are going by a dictionary which is made now, have nothing to do with the time of Muhammad and the language, the original language. Sometime when you say to me that this word nikah have two meaning, isn't it stupid to use a word have two meaning and one of them is to F for marriage? In Arabic we have the word zawaj already. We use it. You do not need to use the word nikah. So why you are using a word which is filthy? So if you are saying to me that this word have two meaning, that's mean the original meaning of it, it is the intercourse. Today you are using it as marriage, but it's not. And this is why your prophet is saying, do everything except nikah when your wife she have menstruation or your woman. Do everything except nikah. So when the Muslim they give an excuse, the excuse is even more guilty than the accusation itself. And this is God. Could not God find a better word from nikah? Yeah, that's an example. The word gay used to be a word mean happy not long time ago, and now it is a word mean something else, right? However, the Quran today have nothing to do with the Quran exist in the time of Muhammad, and this is proven left and right. And you ask the Muslims, who is the one who add those things? Who is the one actually the Quran in front of us? Who is the one who named those verses like this or chapters? Who is the one who gave the numbers? Did Allah give you numbers? Did Allah he says to you this is a verse? Did Allah says this sentence is a verse? No. Did the angel says that? No. The Muslim they are trying to make a book like the Bible. So they have chapters and they have verses, but this is not how they're God. give it to them? Did Allah, he says to Muhammad, chapter 7, verse number 34? No. 33:49 you gave me. Okay, let's go to 43. Okay, hold on. 33, sorry. All right, let us go to 33:49. You will be sorry. The second we go there, you will say to me, I don't mean it. Be ready. Okay, this is 49. You see, this is your translation saying, if you do, when you marry a believing woman and then divorce them, and you say the word is nakahtum, mean marriage, that's false. Because divorce in Islam happen only if you do intercourse. Marriage is not exist unless you do intercourse. Before the intercourse is called katbul kitab. So when he say وَإِذَا نَكَحْتُمْ, mean when you if women, then their divorce will be the following. And this is why if we go and search right now in Prophet Google, peace upon him, we will find that a man, he will not pay his dowry unless he do the nikah, which means the intercourse. And he cannot divorce a woman if she is not his wife anyway. Right? So when you do the intercourse, she is your wife. Before that, it's just a katbul kitab, which means a marriage without consummate the marriage, what they call it. Yeah. So she is legally your wife, but the word nikah is what will make the wife your wife. Before that day, she is just, there's a contract. A contract, an agreement. That is called katbul kitab. The nikah is confirming it, which means the intercourse. Same time, look what you give me. I will take the word you gave me, and I will copy it, and I will paste it again in the search engine. Read carefully. Chapter 2, verse number 230. If a husband, he divorce a wife, she cannot go back to the previous husband unless she do nikah to the new husband. So now she have a husband, but she have to do nikah to him. Say that if you divorce them before you touch them. So guys, if you divorce them before you touch them, okay, what is the word touch? What is the word touch? You see, you just answer yourself. Guys, thank you for saying that. Guys, read with me carefully. He just got his prophet busted. Okay, read. Let us put your comments so people they can see. Are you blind? Cannot you see that the verse says if you divorce them before you touch them? Let us see. In the front of you it says, and if you divorce them before you touch them, you have nothing with them. So why it says إِذَا نَكَحْتُمُ الْمُؤْمِنَاتِ? Here he is making an exception. If you do if the believers, and then you divorce them, or if you marry the believer before you touch them, then you have no, let us say, you have no responsibility on them, right? So when we take it as marriage, and then you divorce them, but how you divorce someone, she is not your wife. And the proof of that, you will see that she have no iddah, which means she need to not to wait for 3 months. Why? Because simply you did not consummate the marriage. because there's no nikah happened. There's no marriage happen. There's nothing. This is why the women, she do not need to wait. So what marriage is you having sex with the wife. If you don't have sex with the wife, the marriage never happened. It's just a contract. You are saying that you can have sex with women without touching them? No, I'm not saying you can have sex with women without touching them. But according to your religion, my friend, it says, in your book here it says, you see, even you Muslims, you translate saying intercourse. Do you see the word intercourse? Do you see it? So you are going to pay, and you have a lawful obligation only if you do intercourse, right? Only if you do intercourse. And here Muhammad is giving like an exception. Muslim, they do nikah. Usually they do the intercourse part as part of the nikah, right? But here you are going in the process of nikah, which means you stop before the intercourse. Therefore, it's not a marriage. Therefore, there's no obligation. Therefore, you don't pay dowry. Therefore, she don't wait a period. Therefore, she have no obligation against you. You have nothing against her. She go home and she is free. And when your prophet, he says, do everything when women have intercourse except nikah. And if the word nikah mean marriage, then how he say you do everything with your wife except nikah? And we showed the reference already. Let us go there and put the hadith in front of you. This is your prophet saying that, not me. You do everything with the wife except nikah. Give me a second. Read carefully. When you do with your wife, جامعوهن في البيوت واصنعوا كل شيء غير النكاح. So when you do with your wife, you do with her everything except the nikah. So if nikah means marriage, how he is saying you do everything with your wife except marriage? Is she married already to him or not? Do you see it? So do everything with your wife except the nikah. Let us go and see the translation. Do everything with your wife except intercourse. So you are bringing your confusion to us, saying, are you now playing with the word 3349, clear that nikah mean marriage? Otherwise, why you divorced him? Well, let us go with this. Why, how you can divorce women before you marry them, correct? This is what you are saying. Well, let us go and see if this is true or not. If we go in the Quran and we see what is the word divorce anyway. What is the word divorce? Who is the one have the right to divorce? Is somebody is married, right? Okay. But how the marriage in Islam is accepted to be marriage? What is the marriage? Let us go to the Quran. It says, you pay your wages for using it, for enjoying it. So marriage in Islam is using the women private part and enjoying it, literally. Chapter 4, verse number 24. And this is the same chapter used for the mut'ah. Read carefully. It's forbidden for you to do nikah to married women. Listen carefully. It's forbidden for you to do nikah to a married woman. Okay. Nikah to married women. Except your slaves. So nikah is marriage. And then if you enjoy it, then you pay from your property for enjoying the sexual intercourse. Do you see it? So the nikah here is only considered to be nikah only if you do the sexual intercourse, because before that it's just a paper. This is what your Quran saying in the other chapter. It's not really a marriage. There's no marriage happen. You are free, she's free. But if you do the intercourse, that is really the nikah. This is marriage now, according to your religion. And then you have to pay her because you enjoy it. You see here, it says, so those of you who have enjoyed sexual relationship, give them the mahar. So when you pay the mahar, you pay the mahar when you do the intercourse nikah. Otherwise, she don't deserve anything. Why? Because you enjoy her private part. Are you with me? So don't tell me, are you avoiding the other chapter? We are not avoiding it. It is your stupid religion creating its own rules. Marriage is a person who have obligation. As you see, there's no obligation unless you do the intercourse. So it's not marriage yet. So the word nikah is a process of you going to sleep with the women, and then when you sleep with her, you pay her. Chapter 2, verse number 237. Let us go to chapter 2, verse number 237. And then you will be sorry again. Here we go. Read carefully with me. And if you divorce them before you touch them, if you divorce them before you touch them, what does that mean? It means you cancel the contract. And then it says here, those who have uqdatun nikah. Look what your prophet. I think you are helping me. Are you sure you are a Muslim? I think you are coming to help me. Look what your Quran is saying. Those who have in their hand uqdatu an-nikah. What does that mean? I'm waiting for your answer in the chat. Those who have in their hand uqdatu an-nikah. What does that mean? Are you there? Now the Muslim, they will say this guy is paid by a Christian prince and he is not a Muslim. Do you like to call me? Do you like to call me in Skype? So everybody will hear you? Are you there? What uqdatun nikah mean? It's mean you have a contract of intercourse. You just get yourself busted. If it's a marriage, you do not need to say uqdatun nikah. If it's the word marriage, there's no need to say the word uqda. Are you there? And we can go right now and we can open any interpretation of your choice. No, it's not a marriage contract. It's not a marriage contract because already it's a contract. It's already okay. Hold on. You are denying what I am saying, that it is a sexual contract, sexual contract, such a contract, and now you give me a verse saying it's a sexual contract. Because it's a marriage, you don't say contract. You don't use the word contract. Is the marriage a contract in Islam? Is it? I'm waiting for your answer. Is the word marriage a contract? I'm just waiting for you. If it's a marriage, you don't use the word contract. You say, if you are married to this person, you do this. We don't say a contract. Contract is something we use as a legal term for an agreement between two people usually. Either they will do, it's a business. That's why it's called contract. It's a marriage contract between two people. Okay, let us go with this. So how we can confirm that this is a marriage contract between two people? If the one person, he can cancel the contract. If one person can let you go and the other person is employee. So contract between marriage, or marriage of a contract, is between two people who they have equal right. Both we agree, right? But in Islam, no, this is a contract of sexual contract. There's an employee and there's an employer. The employer, he can fire the employee. This is a sex contract anytime he wish, and he can hire up to 4. Are you with me? Can the women cancel the contract by divorcing the guy, saying to him, you are divorced by one word? Or there's only one employer? Who is in charge of this contract? You see the Quran saying here, speaking to the men. The verse here is speaking about what you do with women. So this is speaking to the men who they are holding the contract. The women shouldn't hold the contract. So if the contract is between two, so why are one person only in control of the contract? Are you with me? How many people in control of this contract? Husband agree to pay mahar to women, and to agree both party to ensure that is a contract. Okay, let's go with this. I will take what you are saying into consideration, but what you just said is kind of funny. Be my witness, people. Marriage is a contract between two people, right? When Aisha, she married Muhammad, did she agree to marry Muhammad at the age of 6? Or it was a sex contract? Guys, is that a fair question? Contract, let me put what he said in the screen. Marriage is a contract between two people. Okay, we will go with that. When Aisha, she become a wife of your prophet, did she agree in the contract? And she was at the age of 6 years old. Was she part of the contract? I'm waiting for your answer. Here you will notice, I'm not changing the topic. Was Muhammad married or not? I don't believe Aisha, she was 6 or 9. That's mean you are a Muslim anyway. You are even accusing your prophet wife to be a liar. Who care? I don't believe she was 6 or 9. Who care, you know? Actually, okay, hold on. You are saying you don't believe that she is 6 or 9. Why you don't believe that? Because this question destroy everything you just said. Because if there is a marriage and it's a contract between two parties, then we have to have two parties, not a child. If we go to the Quran, the chapter of the divorce, there's a chapter in the Quran called divorce chapter, just to make you happy. Okay? Look what it says. In this verse, verse number 4, is speaking about girls who they have no menstruation yet. They are little children. So this is about divorce. You see, when we say the word nikah does not mean marriage, doesn't mean that the Muslims didn't believe they are marrying. No, we believe that they are getting married, but the word nikah still means intercourse. There's no marriage really. It's just a contract for sex. Read carefully with me. And those who here the Quran is teaching you how you deal with women who you want to divorce them, supposedly, right? Okay. And then he says, and for those who have no courses, i.e. still immature. So why you don't believe Aisha, she was a child? And why you are saying to me it's a contract between two parties when they are immature? This is chapter 65, verse number 4. So you Muslims, when you say nikah, you are not making a marriage contract, you are making sex contract, including children's. And the proof in front of you. And now we are talking about divorcing those children, and still they are immature. So at what age we marry them, if this is a marriage? We are trying not to use the F word. At what age you did F? So if this is really a marriage, you are the one who gave us, and thank you very much for giving us a definition, that marriage is a contract between two people, right? Okay, those immature people, how you marry them? 65-4 people. Why you are putting wrong numbers? 65-4 the divorce chapter 65-4. So husband agreed to pay mahr to women, and that is to be agreed by both parties. This is what you said. So when according to you, marriage only happen when there's both party agree. So how you are divorcing children's? How they can be both party? Because those hadith are akhbar. My friend, I'm showing you Quran now. Right? And when you say those akhbar, isn't it the whole Quran is a hadith? Isn't it the Quran says that the best of the hadith is the Quran? And now I'm showing you the Quran. We are talking about divorcing children's. And you are the one who gave us definition that marriage is a contract between two parties. How you contract with the children to marry you? You are not. You are hiring them for sex. And who you hire? Who is the one who take in charge? The one who will get payment, the father. So it's a sex contract by the one in charge of the female, not by women. The Muslim in the Sharia, they say, if a woman, she is divorced, previously married or widow, she can be in charge of this, what you call contract, right? But the word nikah, as you see, is a sexual practice, and you get paid for it. And now we are talking about a contract, sexual contract, between adult man and a child. And as you see, I'm showing you Quran, I'm not showing hadith. And when you say to me, I don't accept the hadith, well, if you don't accept the hadith, then you don't accept Islam, because all of Islam is based on the hadith. When we show you chapter 4, verse 24, it says muta. Are you against the muta or would you the muta? You see, just to show you that Islam is not really, does not teach marriage. Because when the Quran says, in chapter 4, verse 24, pay them for enjoying their private part, is that because this is a marriage or this is a muta? It's not about children, it's about women, nisa, who have an absent menstrual period. Well, inshallah, you are ignorant. It's in the front of you. It says that the ones who never have their period yet because they are young. I feel sorry for you, my friend. You are trying to deny, but it's not working. Look, guys, what he said. You see, I'm using what you say to me as a tool against you. Thank you for posting those comments. Chapter 65 is not about children's. It's about women. Nisa mean women. First of all, the word Nisa does not really mean women. It means one of the meaning women. But this is like a gender. It's about gender. And the proof of that, here we go. Your Quran saying that those who never have their menstruation because of their young age. Do you see it? So if they are women, how they became women and they don't have menstruation yet? Are you with me? If they never have menstruation yet, how they are women? Do you know what the word women mean? So are you a foolish person or what? They call you a man for a reason. They call you a boy for a reason. They call the girl a girl for a reason. They call her a woman for a reason. So if she is a woman, then why she don't have a menstruation yet? If we go to the interpretation, just to show everybody that you are making things up, chapter 65, verse number 4. Here we go. And again, this is your Islamic website. I have nothing to do with it. And those are your scholars, and you are nobody. Those are supposed scholars, right? Okay. This is verse number 4. Let us see what they will say. It's not about children's. Let us see. Okay. It says here, the one who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. Do you see it? You see, it look like you have your own understanding of your religion and what I can do about it. I mean, those are your scholars saying because they're young age. Look like you have different religion. So can you give me one scholar he agree with you that this is not about young little girls? So it's a sex contract. Those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. This is your scholars, and so you Muslim understand this for all those centuries, and now today you are coming to correct them. Look like you are the scholar, not them. I mean, obviously those scholars are dummy, and you are the smart one who knows Islam very well. Right? Read with me here. This is Ibn Abbas. This is the cousin of your prophet. This is the first witness of Islam. He says, because they are too young. What about waiting period for those who they do not have menstruation because they are too young? The other one, the translation says just the word young, which is false, by the way. Because both of them, they confirm they are too young. Too young. So this is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of your prophet, and your prophet, he prayed for him to be the ink of scholarship. The first scholar of Islam. And you are coming to me, you says you don't agree. This is not about, this is, the chapter is called the chapter of Nisa. And Nisa is about the gender. It's not about them being really women. And as you see, and remember, we are divorcing those little girls. This is the time of the divorce. They are still too young. So what the age was when they were doing nikah? So the Muslim, they argue, they say, well, you cannot do divorce unless you are doing nikah. But nikah obviously is a sexual contract. The divorce is the cancellation of the sex contract. And there's rules follow with this sex contract. So you try to make it marriage, but there's no marriage, as you see. And you are the one who says marriage is an agreement between both parties. What both parties? They are too young. Which party you are agreeing with? You will say to me, the father. Well, are you going to F the father? Why you are making the agreement with the father, not with the wife? You said to me between two parties. Which parties? Let me ask you, inshallah. According to Islam, when you do make an agreement of nikah, you do it with the father of the girl or with her if she is a virgin? I'm waiting for your answer. Guys, wait for his answer. If you want to do nikah contract, you do it with the girl if she is a virgin, or you have to do it with the father? I'm waiting for your answer. The answer is very simple. You do it with the father. If she is a widow, you do it with the women. Why? Because it's a sex, she is already in the sex business. Those classical scholars of post were not medical expert. You have to be medical expert. Your prophet was medical expert. Your prophet was medical expert. He's asking you to wait 3 months after divorce to be sure that she have no baby, even they don't have menstruation yet. And do you see how medical your God is? As long they are not medical expert. So why you follow Muhammad? Was he a medical expert? He was Dr. Muhammad. And is your God Allah as a medical expert? A marriage contract should be between wife and husband. So Muhammad, he contract with who when he married Aisha? Those girls we contract with who? And if you go right now and search in Prophet Google, you will see that you do the contract with the father, not with the wife. You do it only with the women if she is a widow or previously married. If she is a virgin, you do the contract with the father, because she is not expert in the business. She did not do it before. So those classical scholars, so should we follow new scholars? Islam is a new religion now, and the old scholars, they don't know what they are talking about, and they are not expert in women. Okay, yeah. But Allah SWT understands everything. That's a good one. you get me busted now. And they made errors when they address science. I like that. You know, do your God make error when they address science? If this is not an error, why you have to wait 3 months for a child? She did not have their period. Or let us say a woman. Why you have to wait for 3 months? A woman, they are old. It says a woman who they are old. يَئِسْنَ مِنَ الْمَحِيضِ. They are old. Why you have to wait 3 months? Secondly, what is the how many years a Muslim woman she can carry a child from previous husband? According to Islam, more than 10 years. Some they say unlimited. Your prophet himself was born 4 years after his father's death. And you know, for me, it's you who said that the word nikah mean 2 things. Everybody is my witness. Mean the F word and mean marriage. So the question, how we can separate between them? Correct, people? If he is the one who said the word nikah, let us go to the first comment he made. Let us see where it is. He is the one who said that, not me. I will try to find it. As long the word nikah mean intercourse and mean marriage according to you. Here we go. This is your statement, not my statement. Thank you for your support, my friend. We appreciate your support very much, helping us against Islam. I'm very grateful. Here we go. This is your words, not mine. Nikah has 2 meanings. it can mean sexual intercourse, and it's also mean marriage. So when you go, you say to a Muslim woman, you say to her, I want to do nikah. It's mean I'm saying to her, I want to F you and marry you. This is what you just said. Is that your statement or mine? Is it you who said that? So you are trying to argue, but already from the beginning you give me the pass. You said to me, this is true. The word nikah mean intercourse. So how we convert the word intercourse into marriage? Are you with me? How the word intercourse become marriage? This God, he could not find better word. We have many words in Arabic. Zawja, zawj. So when you say nikah, simply you are speaking about the physical action. If you go to the dictionary, you see that the word nikah means tanakahatul ashjar, which means the branches of trees, they go inside each other. This is what nikah means. One physical object going inside another physical object. And you can open the dictionary right away. No, I see. I don't agree that it means marriage, because how it cannot be intercourse and marriage in the same time. You see, you're being funny now. How it can be marriage and it is intercourse? How that can be? How you are saying to me this is the F word. In the same time you are saying to me the F word mean marriage. I mean, do you even read what you are saying? In one hand you agree that this is the F word. In the same time you are saying to me, don't you agree that the F word mean marriage? No, it's the F word. What Islam does, he considers the F word marriage. The sexual act is what you call marriage. So you call it marriage, no problem, but still it's the F word. So you are in total agree with me. I agree, it has two meanings, but do you agree that nikah is a both meaning? No. You don't go to a woman, you say, I want to F you, and that she will accept to be your wife. This is savage. This is stupid. This is not marriage. Actually, I challenge any Muslim in the Middle East to go to a woman and say to her, I want to do nikah to you. I challenge you right now to go to a Muslim chat, like in Palto, say, I want to do nikah. They will F you right away. They will say that they will curse you. They will bounce you from the chat room. Nobody uses this word nikah. It's an insult. It's like saying, I want to F your daughter. Go and say, I want to do nikah to your daughter. Let's see what will happen. They will shoot you in the head. No, what you showed me, my friend, that the word nikah in those chapters is obligation of you doing the intercourse. So if you don't do intercourse yet, you are a person doing nikah, you know, because now you Muslims are mixing between the F word and marriage. So now you are showing me a chapter speaking about marrying a woman supposedly, but you are saying at the same time it is the F word. So the second we say the word nikah, according to your agreement, we are saying the F word, and according to you, we are saying marriage in the same time. And when your prophet, he said, when your wife, she had menstruation, do with her everything except nikah. Everything you do with her. جامعوهن في البيوت واصنعوا كل شيء غير النكاح. Do with them everything. Okay, do what? Sexual relationship. Except what? Except nikah. And already you agree that the word nikah means intercourse, right? Okay. But why Muhammad is repeating the word nikah if they are married Why he don't say a different word? If the word nikah in the Islamic community at that time mean marriage, then this doesn't make sense. You should not say do everything except nikah, because already they are married. So obviously in the time of Muhammad still this word is used as the F word. Do you agree, Mr. Inshallah? Correct, guys? Isn't it obvious that in the time of Muhammad, and Muhammad himself is using the word nikah as a word for the F word? If the word there at that time, let us say, because maybe before Muhammad it was the word nikah was the F word, and then in the time of Muhammad the language changed and it became, but this is not the scenario. As you see, Muhammad saying do with them everything, all kind of sexual relationship except nikah. What the Muslim, they translate that? They translate except intercourse. Do you see it? So if the word nikah mean marriage, and yeah, there's a hadith about, you know, doing nikah to your hand, doing nikah to watermelon, shaitan doing nikah to himself. Come on, marrying what? When shaitan, Allah created for him a penis in the right thigh and the vagina in the left thigh, and then he do nikah to this by that. But anyway, this is way more powerful than all the other hadith, because this is Muhammad and this is Sahih. As you see, they can't say it's weak. Can you cover the problems for the Christians in India today? I don't know what is the problem for Christian in India. I will leave that for a Christian Indian to do, because I don't know. I have no knowledge of anything. Do we have any Muslim he can try better? So when Muhammad he says do everything except doing nikah, obviously still the word F word is used in the time of Muhammad for the word nikah, and that is showing us that Islam does not respect marriage, because the word marriage, if we go in the Quran, we will find the word marriage exists. It is exist. Why we don't use it? We don't need to use the word nikah. We do not need it. We have a way better, you know, way more, you know, word better to use. But still Muhammad, even that word, he used it in a very filthy way. Read carefully. But if you intend to replace a wife, where is the word wife there? There is no word wife. It is zawj. Zawjun makanu zawj. How in the word zawj makanu zawj became a wife? Read carefully and love. Because there it says after that, speaking about female, ihdahunna. Okay, if you intend to replace a wife by another wife, how this is a marriage then? How she is a wife and you are replacing a wife by other wife? This is not a marriage, this is a sex contract. So you are replacing, you are exchanging. Actually the word here is tabdala. It's exchanging, not just replacing. It's tabdala. This is religion. Inshallah, do you Muslim replace a wife instead of wife? Is that what marriage is about? Is that, you see, when I said to you this is an employment contract, it is an employment contract. You exchange the employee by another employee. Look, if you wish, so you said to me this is a contract between two. Guys, isn't it him who said to me it's a contract between two? It's not. There's one person is in charge. If you wish, speaking to who? To the man. If you wish to exchange one wife for another wife, So if it's really a wife, then you don't exchange a wife by other wife. What is that? And then give them some money. This is wages for their service. Thank you for your service. Take care. Take a hike. And look what the Quran using, a very filthy word, exchange. Is not using the word divorce to marry a new woman. It's saying exchange a wife for another wife. How you can do that? Is that me giving you my wife and you give me your wife? Actually, this is true. It's about exchanging women. The Arab, they used to do that, and you can go and read my book, Section Allah, and you will see. They used to exchange women. And this is the same thing appear about Muhammad when Allah he copied the verse of Umar al-Khattab and he put it in the Quran. Read carefully. Here we speak about divorce, right? This is the wives of Muhammad. It may be if he divorce you all, his Lord will give him instead of you wives. Divorce them all? 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 I gave you 2 verses already, but you're already in denial. No, I am in agreement with me. You are the one who said that the word sex, the word nikah means intercourse and marriage in the same time. So it's intercourse. So when you Muslims will say, I want to marry you, are saying, I want to have you. You are the one who said that. And then you say to me, I want to go to chapter 4, verse 25. Do you agree with 4:24? About the muta? Do you agree with 4:24 before we go to 4:25? Do you agree where it says it's forbidden for you married women except those who they are captive? Are you going to do nikah to the captive? Yes. How you want to marry them? They are married. You are not marrying them. You are having sex with them, raping them. And actually, the verse you gave me here is a proof again that you are an idiot, because here it says, and the one who cannot afford to marry, according to your translation, afford to marry a free woman, then let him marry a believing woman maid. Where it says marry? Show me. Where it says the word marriage? And why the Quran is favoring a free woman above slave women? This is God? You see, they are the one who gave me this verse, right? There is no muta temporary marriage in Islam. So why 4:24 is saying you pay them for enjoying it? Enjoying what? What translation you like me to show you? And here you are in trouble again. Chapter 25, it says, if you cannot afford, did your Quran saying afford? Afford? Then this is about money. If you cannot afford to get a free woman to have nikah with her, go and find a slave. And when you say there's no mut'a in Islam, so why all Muslims agree? And the Quran says istamta'tum bihi. Here we go. It says istamta'tum bihi. Bihi what? I want your answer. Bihi what? Oh, okay. So you pay her only if you enjoying the companionship. But no, it says bihi. Bihi is an object. Anyone who speaks Arabic, he knew that. And again, we can get you busted. We can go and we can read the interpretation. Here we go. You will see the Muslims agree that this is. So what you are doing here, you are bringing me your own interpretation, which, you know, who care? You can do that as you wish. But this is not Islam, my friend. This is your own fiction. I feel sorry for you. A person, he believed that the God of his God, he agree to use the F word, and this is the same word as marriage. So when your father, he marry your mother, he said, I want to F you. In the same time, he is saying, I want to marry you. How nice. Okay, read carefully. You should seek with your money marrying women for agreed period of time. Zawaj al-muta. Read carefully with me, guys. Does it say the word zawaj? Do you see the word zawaj? Why the Muslim, they say don't nikah muta? Why are you using the word zawaj? Because this is the word for marriage. And the funny, they are using the word zawaj for muta. Which mean again, even if they use the word zawaj, there's no marriage. Because even muta, which is nothing but sexual intercourse, enjoying for a period of time, for paying money, getting paid. Even muta, they are calling it zawaj. So what Islam does, call intercourse, regardless if it is prostitution or not, they call it zawaj. They call it marriage. But in reality, it's not. This is why a man, he can exchange his wife. And he is the one, you know, he was helping us with the verses. A man, he can exchange the wife, but the wife, can she exchange the man? No. If it's a contract between two, well, the contract always have to have equal conditions. This is not a contract of equal conditions. This is a contract of employer and employee. The employer, he can fire the employee anytime. And here you see that you are marrying a woman and you call it marriage. This is you, Muslim, call it marriage, not me. But this is not marriage, this is prostitution. And you deny that this is in the Quran. You are a liar. Why those people, they will lie? Why the cousin of Muhammad will lie? And this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is Abbas, the scholar Abbas. Abbas, you don't agree that Aisha, she was 6 years old. Hey Abbas, how you doing, man? We miss you. This is Abbas. Abbas, don't agree this is muta. And Abbas, don't agree this is about kids. If you say from the beginning this Abbas, we will love to hear you, man. That will be more hilarious if I'm And you know, guys, if you copy the video, don't forget to say Abbas agree that nikah mean the F word and marriage in the same time. That would be hilarious. Abbas, brother, this is Abbas. That doesn't say about kids, Abbas. Like Abbas, those are classic scholars. So Abbas, you follow these. Who's your scholar these days? Mimi? Those classic scholar. Abbas, you don't believe in classic scholars. No, classic scholars, they are stupid. You know, the Ibn Abbas, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Jalalain, Ibn Kathir, they are stupid. But the donkey himself, he many times he said to me, open Ibn Kathir. Open Al-Quran. Suddenly the classic scholars, they are stupid. Abbas, how many times you told me, let us read what the scholar they say. How many times you told me open Ibn Kathir? Now you are saying to me the classic scholars, they don't know medical. The classic scholars, they don't know medical, brother. Yeah. Your prophet was a doctor, Muhammad. You know, he have a PhD in medicine. Abbas. I wish you did not say Abbas. I wish you did not say that this is you, because now this will be more horrible. People will cut this video and they will say Abbas arguing with Christian friends about nikah, and he agree. The word nikah have two meaning. And this is not about children, brother. Okay, there's nowhere it says they are too young. Okay, but scholar, they say that, oh, this is classical scholar, they don't know medicine. Abbas, you know medicine. Abbas, you know everything. Abbas, be honest with me, do you have high school? Do you have high school? I mean, if you are a doctor, I will say Abbas, Dr. Abbas is speaking. Abbas is but my respect to all jobs, by the way, I'm not making fun. But Abbas, as I know, he delivered pizza. But Abbas became a scholar, a pizza scholar. You see, if you say you are a pizza scholar, I will say Abbas. I mean, he speak with his experience. Pizza, you know. He don't even make it, you know, he delivered it. So, how Abbas became a scholar, we do not know. But he is. Google, Prophet Google, peace be upon him. Right? You always say Abbas scholars without mistakes. You always say they make. Okay, did your prophet make mistake, Abbas? Before you go, do your prophet make mistakes? I want an answer from you, confirming. Do your prophet make mistakes? Abbas? Do your prophet, you say the scholars, they make mistakes. I want a confirmation. Do your prophet make mistakes? Abbas is searching Google. Did my prophet make mistake? No, actually, I blocked him. Actually, I remember I blocked him because he's so stupid. You know, so this guy is so arrogant. No, I blocked him because he insulted Jesus. Do you remember? You remember what he said about Jesus? He called and he insulted Jesus. And he says, your Jesus, I'm insulting him because your Jesus is not ours. And I agree. Our Jesus is not his. So he have a very filthy tongue, was insulting Jesus. I forgot what he said exactly, but he was insulting Jesus badly. Okay. Guys, read carefully. Abbas, he just said something. I will make a video about it, actually. My coming video, Abbas is going to say, Abbas said, my prophet, he made mistakes, but not in religion. Not in religion. So you stupid, why Allah, he says to him, why you forbid yourself what Allah made lawful for you in the chapter of At-Tahrim? Huh? Who is the stupid here? You just said, my prophet did not make a mistake about religion. So why is God saying to him, why you forbid what is made lawful for you? Isn't it this is forbidden part of religion? Isn't it the Muslim, they follow what Muhammad say? How he forbid what is made lawful for him? So, Abbas, you are just a silly kid and you are stupid, you do not know your religion. And nothing will change. My prophet did not do mistake when it comes to religion. And then in the Quran have a chapter about his prophet making mistakes in the religion. Is that your God saying why you are forbidden what is not forbidden for you? Are you there? Potato. Yeah, this coward, you know, I will never forgive him actually for what he said about Jesus. I spit at you, Abbas. You are very filthy. Yeah, get lost, coward. Filthy coward. That's why he didn't dare from the beginning to say he's Abbas. This filthy, he said very bad language. And you see, the Muslim, they claim that they respect Jesus. And he says that Jesus, the one we believe, is not their Jesus, which is against their religion, but not against mine. Because in his religion, they say that the Christian, they say that Jesus is Son of God. So the Islam says that the Jesus they are speaking of is the same Jesus we have. This coward, he denied the Quran and he spit at his prophet. He denied that the Quran confirmed that the Jesus we speak of is the same Jesus in their religion. And he says, I am insulting Jesus because Jesus in Islam is not the same Jesus in Christianity. When his stupid Quran confirmed that the same Jesus is the Christians, they believe that he is God. The same Isa they are speaking of. You are a potato. Don't ever come here, Abbas. Unless you make a video apologizing for insulting Jesus. If you don't do that, you are not welcome here. And the reason I am insisting that you do that, because if you truly believe that you are a Muslim, and the Muslim, they claim that they believe and they respect Jesus, then how you are going against your book? Obviously, you are just a trashy person. Filthy mouth. So, repent. Even according to your religion, you have to repent. Shame on you. When your stupid Quran says that the Christian, they say that the Messiah is Allah. They were speaking about who? Our Messiah or different Messiah? Our Messiah. So you filthy you deny even your Quran. How many times the Quran speak about the Messiah, our Messiah? How many times the Quran says that the Nasara says the Messiah is this and the Messiah is that? How many times the Quran says the Jews, they said they killed the Messiah? Which Messiah? Our Messiah. And then you filthy you are just because you are just a kid, you deny it. You don't respect your prophet. And actually this is recorded and people, they have it already. So all Muslims will spit at you for saying such a thing. But you know, we are used to the Muslim these days. As long as you are insulting Jesus, insulting Mary, insulting anyone, it's okay. But don't insult Muhammad. Right? Anyway, guys, we have enough for today. I hope you have a good time. And remember, tell your friends that we are going to be live in this account for now. Until further not, we don't know. I mean, further notice. Maybe a month, maybe a week, maybe we don't know. And anytime we lose channels, always you can go to Patreon and you can find the last link I will post, and that will update you where is my channel is. Those channels are not really important, you know. The number of subscription is not really important for me, because it doesn't matter if I have 1 subscriber or 70 or 80,000 or whatever, you know. It's still the same. The same number of people will come, people they will follow, people will search for me, and people will come. I say to those who are trying to stop me, it's too late. It's too late. You know, maybe this can happen, you know, long time ago. But now every single Muslim in the world, he knew Christian Prince. And there's no Christian who is interested in the topic who do not know my name. So if you think you can stop me, that is impossible. And open an account in YouTube, it takes 2 seconds. And we have hundreds of them already. All right? So please inform your friends. And always you can get the update in case we lose a channel. Because we might lose this one too. You never know. We might lose the other one. We did not lose it. I just stopped doing broadcast. I mean, I did not go live yet. They gave me a strike. Can you believe it? This is how much they are terrified. I did not even go live. I did not even speak about the topic. They gave me a strike. I just put the title and I get strike. Can you believe it? And again, a correction for the mistake I made in the previous video. It was not a mistake really. It was just you know, because Nefertiti is the name we, you know, the famous name we used to remember from school. So it was not the wife of King Ramses, which is proven Muhammad to be fraud. It is not really it's not Nefertiti, it's Nefertari. Nefertari. So when the Muslim, they say to you that how Muhammad, he knew that the Pharaoh is the one exist in the time of Moses, etc. Tell them then how silly your prophet to think that Asiya bint Muhazim is the wife of the Pharaoh when it is Nefertari. And this is history, have nothing to do with the Christians, have nothing to do with the Jews. Even the Egyptian Muslims agree with it. And as you see, the article in front of us is written by Egyptian Muslims. This is a pure history, speaking that the Queen Nefertari, she was the wife of the King Ramses II, and even he married her before he became a king. So how Muhammad changed the name and the ethnic of this woman from a Nefertari, the Egyptian queen, she is a daughter of a king, to become Asiya bint Muhazim, and she was a believer. And even some Muslims, they say she was a Jew. As you see here, they are talking about her as she is a daughter of a king. And this is a Muslim article, by the way. After all, this is a Muslim article. So even in the Muslim articles, they are agreeing that Muhammad is a liar. The wife of the Pharaoh have nothing to do with the woman. Her name is Asiya bint Muhazim, and it is Nefertari. And the King Ramses is the one who was exist at that time. So Muhammad again is a fraud. And remember that Muhammad, he says that Allah told him, not a person, because they can say he made a mistake about history, but Muhammad, he claimed that Allah taught him that he married him to the wife of the Pharaoh, and her name is Asiya bint Muhazim, and married the mother of Jesus. This is how filthy he is. He want to have sex with everybody, even women who there exist century, even the sister of Noah. This horny beast, he want to go back even to this. What Muhammad have to do with the sister of Noah? And by the way, was the sister of Noah was a believer? Anyway, in Islam everything is possible, garbage in, garbage out. So don't forget to download our videos. As you see, YouTube is targeting us. Download them, share them. And with this, I want to say to you, thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. I will try to go live on air tomorrow. We will see. Already we are on Friday, so tomorrow is a Friday. I don't know. Friday usually people will go out, etc. I don't know. I don't go out, but maybe you people, you will be busy. Leave your comment and tell me if you like me to come tomorrow, and we will see from there. But don't forget, please, to leave your comment and make a comment about the topic we spoke of, about verse you saw. You want to say something about it. I want to see people, they are really learning, taking notes. I enjoy really seeing a comment of people who they are educated, smart, and maybe I can learn something from you. Remember, all of us, we learn from each other. All of us, we learn from each other. Here, you see, the one who think he is the teacher, I mean, I know what does that mean, a teacher? Because all of us, we are teachers in somehow. Every one of us can teach somebody else something he do not know, right? So when we speak about teachers, God, he gave us gifts, and all of us, we have it. It's not only for one person. Maybe I have a gift better than yours in debate. Maybe I'm blessed more than you because I speak Arabic. I mean, when it's come to this topic, maybe, but I'm sure you have way more things than I have. I don't have. So I want to see your intelligence, your thought. I want to see smart talking people teaching each other and teaching me too. Why not? You might give me an idea I never heard before. I never thought about it. Right? So I want to see smart waves, an ocean of smart people speaking, talking, not just a bunch of people just agreeing whatever this person say. I want to see. We don't want Abdul. We want people who search the truth, and the truth will set them free. You don't have to agree with me. Even though you might make me upset, but it's okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Right? When you know, when you go in the Middle East, everybody agree with the president. Why? Because the president is a criminal. Who dare to question Muhammad? Criminal. Right? So don't take what people say for you for granted. When we speak, we show you in the screen. We show you even what the Muslims say. We take their calls. The purpose of that, because we want to show the other side of the story, so people, they will be judging fairly both sides of the story. But as you see, if Islam is a good religion and Islam have a value for women, then you don't say if a man he want to exchange his wife. That is not God teaching. Exchange his wife? What do you mean exchange a wife by other wife? Is she a chair? Is she a TV? And remember, Islam came long after Jesus, way after Judaism. So was Muhammad God moving forward for humanity to be better, or he is taking it back to the cave time? Was that for the cave time? If you want to exchange a wife with other wife? What does this have to do with God? And why you are giving them such a permission to exchange? You see, I say, okay, he divorced her because they don't like each other. Okay, but here they are talking about exchange a wife by other wife. What does that mean? How insulting. So the wife in Islam is not really a wife. She is just an employee. We get rid of her as I wish. If you wish, even look at the language. If you wish, it's up to his wish. You as a female, you are nothing but a wish. He get rid of you, he take you, he use you, he throw you, he exchange you. This is not from God. You see, Muhammad, he was trying to copy the Jews, and the Jews, they always abuse women. Always. When Jesus, he spoke to the Christian and he spoke to the Jews about divorce, he made it so clear that divorce should be very hard. Why? Because those men, they marry women when they are young, beautiful. When they get a little bit older, he replace her, he have money. He go and find different women. Okay, you go home. I don't want you no more. Yeah, you go. I don't want you. You know. So Muhammad is a counterfeit of the Jewish behavior toward women. They were very aggressive toward women. They were always putting women down, and even they are using them. So Muhammad, he was trying to be just another Jew, but he made it way, instead of even to be a Jew, he could not be a Jew. He made it just a sexual contract. So the Jewish, they have their own tradition, and many of them, they are not following the Bible. Muhammad is trying to copy from a tradition to make it his own Quran. And then he abused women by making it so easy to exchange women, to divorce them, to marry them, if we can't call it marriage. And as you see, even the Muslims agree that the word nikah means the F word, yet they say it's marriage. That alone is a big insult for this God in heaven who could not find a better word to use instead of the F word to make it marriage. You know, the best thing about marriage, yes, the man, he liked the woman because she is a woman, right? So the gender is important, and the woman, she liked the man because he's a man. That's not a question about it. But in the same time, the marriage is based on a noble reasoning, not in intercourse. When God, he created Adam and Eve, he created one Eve to one Adam. So why Islam, they want to have too many Eve for one Adam? What went wrong? What's the problem? What one Eve cannot do, many Eve can do. Why a man he need more? Even their heaven is a sexual heaven. So this is a very sexual religion. Women, she is just a toy to use and abuse. If you wish, you exchange them. If you wish, you replace them. If you wish, you marry them. If you wish, you divorce them. If you wish, you if you wish, you don't. Once a Muslim woman, she left Islam and she said, I did not leave Islam because of you. I left Islam because I discovered that Islam is made by the man for the man. And this is exactly what it is. What she said is absolutely true. Islam is a religion made by the man for the man. Muhammad, he wanted fighters to conquer and give him more slaves for sex, for money. So he promised all the promises for men. And the women, they are just an object. Who care? This is why Aisha, she said, I never saw a suffering woman as much as a believing woman. So Aisha in his time, she witnessed that the most suffering women are the believing women, not Christian women, believing in Muhammad, because Muhammad is their God. So we need to remember that you as a Christian, when you get married, you don't marry for sex. Even though sex is part of the marriage. The marriage was a gift from God to have a companion, and then he gave us another gift that we can do reproduction. We can have another gift, having babies, children. That is a gift. So the sex is a process for a better, let us say, noble mission. It's not exist for itself. If a human being don't have a sexual joy, trust me, nobody will marry. Nobody will get married. Because there's no attraction between the male and the female, right? So the marriage, a huge part of it, and we cannot deny that, is a sexual relationship. But there's something more noble than the sex. The sex is to bring the two genders together. She find in the man what she don't have, and he find in the woman what he don't have. The woman, she is loving, caring, kind, etc. The man is the tough, the one who bring protection, the provider, the hard worker, etc. So both, they complete each other, but the man alone is not really able to provide life without a woman. Can you have a baby without a woman? No. Can the woman have a baby without a man? No. So both of them, they make a company, and that company can give a gift. And the gift have to be gift of love, not gift of sex. So a man, he sleep with a woman, he should be loving her. And the purpose of he being with her is not just to sleep with her and then he throw her when he's done. The purpose of sleeping with her, because she is his wife, and he want to have a family. He want to have a children. He want to have a new life. He want to establish his own family. The continue of life. But it's not really sex. Because if a man, he go for a woman just because of sex, then he have no wife. Any woman is a target. Then the word wife is not legitimate actually to use. Why we need wife? If we are just exist for sex, then any woman can do that. Any man can do that. You do not need to have a partner as a wife or a husband. So when Islam speak about muta, this is telling us Islam is a hippie religion, does not respect marriage, and marriage does not exist. And the funny is they call muta marriage. Even muta, which is temporarily for contract of 3 days or 2 days of sexual relationship. How in the world you call it marriage? So Islam destroyed the very basic of family. This is why Islamic family doesn't exist. I remember when I was a kid, I went to, I was a kid, and there's in my school, Muslim kids. I go to their house. The kid, he was saying to his brother, F to your mother. I said to him, how you say that to your mother? He said to me, oh, his mother is not my mother. My mother is not his mother. Muhammad destroyed the family. There's no family no more. I remember one of the kids, we went with him. He said that he want to buy some candies. So we went to his dad. He want to get some like some coins. His dad, he said to him, you are the son of who? He's the father. He don't remember. He don't know who is the son of who. He know this is his son, but he don't know which wife. The father is very old. He's asking his son, you are the son of who? Which wife? Where is the family? So when they speak about having a high birth rate, but there's no family. The family is destroyed. The family is ruined. The children are ruined. Drugs, hashish, theft, crimes. It's a flourishing all over because there's no family. Who take care of the kids? Who educate the kids? Who will tell the kids what is right, what's wrong, when the father don't even know how many kids he have? Right? Somebody saying he is looking for debate between me and Sheikh Uthman. Well, Sheikh Uthman is a potato coward anyway, my friend. Your Sheikh Uthman, he agree that Muhammad is not from the Abrahamic faith. And your Sheikh is not a Sheikh anyway. I mean, this guy is a Sheikh. Go watch my videos exposing his lies. When your Sheikh, he says, he said the truth. And now, from now on, I will support him. He said that Muhammad was not Abrahamic. Watch and laugh.
He doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? He doesn't know who Gabriel is. But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned. If this book,
you hear it? This is your Sheikh Uthman. So if this guy, he speak to me for a second, he already accepted that Muhammad is nothing but a pagan person. The funny is the Muslim, they're saying, I would like to see debate face to face. What face to face would do? Here we go. One of my fan, he got him busted. This is not a Christian prince. He made him shish kebab. And he made him agree. And the funny is the Christian saying, listen, I like what in this guy, he said this to me. Listen.
He doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned.
So Muhammad did not know the Abrahamic faith. He is not from Abrahamic faith. He did not know who is Jibreel. So who is Muhammad? He is nothing but a pagan. This is your Sheikh. Do even this guy even dare to talk to me? So all the Muslims scam about Muhammad is Abrahamic, destroyed by the Abdul. He do not know what Abrahamic faith. He is not from the Abrahamic faith. He do not know Jibreel. Why? Because the Arab, they were pagan.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned.
And this is the same guy. He said to a Christian, the Prophet, he did free marry the Copt, and he honored her, and he married her. And I made a video about it. Everybody is laughing. Every single Muslim agree, and even I played videos for sheikhs from his country saying that Muhammad, he did not marry the Copt. It's a lie. This is the guy you are mentioning to me. You are just an idiot. Yeah, keep waiting for such a debate. Will never happen because you have a female burqa, you know. You have a female burqa who will never dare to talk to me. Never. All of those, they have the same excuse. You see them in YouTube. We will debate him only face to face because they are running away from debating me. How come they debate David Wood in the internet, in YouTube? Anthony Roger, many people. How come with me only face to face? How come apostate prophet, nobody says to him face to face? Why only me? Because simply they have to bring an excuse. All of them, they share the one thing. Face to face excuse. Well, my friend, I am your God, Allah, worship me, and you cannot see my face. Deal with it. Your God, Allah, He is a person. I don't want to say I am Allah, because Allah is not good as I am. I have to admit. And I am a sinner, but I am not that filthy like Allah. But look what Allah He says. Allah never spoke to anyone except from behind a burqa. Chapter 42, verse number 51. Uthman the bully, he says, a Christian prince wearing burqa. Your God is the burqa God. You are making fun of your God. Here we go. Allah never spoke to anyone except from behind a veil. And I find it very funny that the Muslims try to bully me saying the word burqa. So are you saying to me that the word burqa is something to insult? Okay. For Mimi Hijab, his last name is burqa. This is his last name. And your God Allah, he is wearing a burqa. Is your God Allah female? Why Allah speaking from behind a veil? Any Muslim can tell us? He's naked? He's wearing short? Why is that from behind a veil? Secondly, are you saying to me that the veil can stop the light of Allah? Any Muslim can explain the veil? How the light of Allah can be hidden by a curtain? How the curtain can stop the light of Allah? Whatever this veil is, it's hiding Allah. How in the world this God light, His glory, as Muslims they say, can be hidden by a burqa? Is this burqa anti-fire? Anti-X-ray? How thick this burqa is? It's made from what? That's the question. Muslim will never go for it. So you will notice always the Muslim, they try to bully anyone. He is a terrifying person for them. And actually even the one who is not, they try to bully them. But because bully doesn't work with me, and I laugh at it. You know, they try to bully apostate prophet, speaking about him, about his wife, what is the other guy, and all of them, you know, I mean, they are very savage, very trashy. Remember one thing, when you fight this religion, you have to be strong. You have to be really strong, because they will try to bully you. So if you are a person who can be infected by bullying, don't go in that direction. You have to be a person who don't care what they say. Walk straight and keep your head up. Let the dogs bark. Dogs are dogs. You cannot make them lions. Lions, they don't do bullying. Lions, they come and debate those who they claim they can refute them. There's no need for bully. Even their God, he was a bully. When the God of Muhammad, he made a bully chapter about Muhammad uncle. There's a chapter about it. Imagine. Bully. Have you ever heard of a God saying, the wife of Abu Lahab, she will carry a load from wood? Like, what is that? The bully God? This is the chapter. It's not even 5 verses, if we can call it verse. Oh, Parash Abu Lahab, and Parash what he owned, his wealth is not going to give him, and he will plunge in a flaming fire, and his wife, she carry a wood carrier, and she have in her neck a necklace from a fiber balm. What is that? Bully? Did you ask yourself, why is God the one who created the universe? He put his head down to the head of Abu Lahab. So if I was exist in the time of Muhammad, Allah will make a chapter for me? Do you see the bully God? What is this? Why this God? I mean, this guy is nobody. He's a human being. Just you can delete him. You're God. You know, you can just move your finger. It's done. What is this? This is a God in disability. He's just rambling, saying nothing except stupid things. His wife, she will carry wood, and she have a fiber from palm tree necklace. What does that mean? Refute them, debate them if you want. Prove them wrong if you want. And instead of making a drama, make a miracle for Muhammad so they can see he's a prophet. This is the chapter 111. Chapter 111. So, this is going to be from God. The bully chapter. God will not go in that low down, you know. Like, you see, you look at Jesus. Jesus, they were cursing him, putting nails in his hands, etc. Forgive them, Father, they don't know what they are doing. The God of Muhammad is making cursing verses to the uncle of Abu Muhammad. And the funny, it says, the Quran says that Allah, He stopped anyone from making fun of Muhammad. But did He? Did He, Muslims? We defend thee. This is the first translation, by the way. It says, we defend thee from those who they make fun of you, Muhammad. Did Muhammad have Allah defending him now? Did Allah defend Muhammad in his time? Change the translator. You will find a new translation. Allah never defend Muhammad in anything. Here we go, I'm making fun of him. Right? Allah never stopped people from laughing at Muhammad. And He cannot do that. If this God is true, we'll keep your promise. People making cartoon. I mean, yeah, YouTube is trying to protect Muhammad. You know, we agree. The atheists, they are in bed with the devil. Liberals, they are in bed with Muhammad. We agree. But there's billions of people, they are laughing at Muhammad. And Allah did not stop people from laughing at him. And the word here in Arabic, inna kafaynaka, which means we stop, that's it. Nobody can do that to you. Anyway. Let us stop here, otherwise this is in this. So please take a note, again, that we are not going to go live in the other account. Tell your friends that for now, we will be in the Arabian Prophet for a certain time. And again and again and again, I remind you, if we ever lose any accounts, here, Arabian Prophet, Christian Prince, it doesn't matter. We will go live in air again. And always you can go to my page in Patreon to find out where I'm going to be live. The beach, because as you see, you know, I mean, always when I receive, you know, like when I get like 100,000 subscribers, 70,000, 80,000, they make me lose the account. Otherwise, by now I should have like millions of subscribers, literally millions. But because they're evil, you know, they think they can make me give up, make me like, oh, I lost my account after all. Who care? What I care for, that I will go live and I will teach. And actually, you know, if I don't have an opportunity to go live, then I will write books. Muslims, which one you will like? Me writing books or going live? Trust me, my books will be more horrible because they will be more professional. So live or not, still we are going to make Muhammad, put him in his place. We will show everybody how he is. So anyway, if we lose an account, please remember, you go to Patreon and you see the last link I posted for coming live. That will be the link I'm going to. It's not really necessarily to be here, or the name of the account is not important. What is important is I will be live, you join. All right. So I love you all, and I want to say thank you all for being here, and I will see you soon again. Christ is Lord. Islam is a scam, and we believe it to be true, for it is true. The Lord is our Savior, and the devil Muhammad will never be able to stop us from following the Messiah. A person who have no ethic, a person who have no dignity, a person who have no God, a person, even the Muslims agree that he was not Abrahamic. He did not know even what the faith of Abraham, and the Quran confirmed that. Why in the world anyone want to follow such an evil person? He claimed that he is going to have sex with Mary, the mother of Jesus. Any person who respects himself for a second will not even say such a word. What kind of a person he want to have sex with the wife or the sister of Pharaoh, or the sister of Noah? What's wrong with this guy? He is evil. He is the devil. He want to be God to be worshipped. He changed his name from Qatham to Muhammad, the praised one, for he's trying to erase Jesus from your life. He is trying to replace God, the true God, by him. The filthy Muhammad, he claimed that he is a servant of God, but in reality, he is the one who wants people to worship him. And this is what happened to the Muslims. They claim that Muhammad is a servant of God, but if you insult their God, they don't go angry. If you insult Muhammad, they eat you alive. They are possessed with the devil Muhammad. And we are here to free them from his possession. Thank you. God bless you, and see you soon again. Take care.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.